What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, lot going on. We in these streets, man. We out of YouTube jail, man. We out of YouTube jail. I'm live right now on Rumble. Shout out to the Rumble crowd. Cause we definitely gonna switch to Rumble only before the night is over. Before the night is over, we're gonna switch to Rumble only because there's some things that you can't do on YouTube. But right now, as for now, this first hour or so, we're live on Ock Nation Gold. Links in the description box and Ock Nation TV. We're live on Ock Nation Gold and Ock Nation TV on YouTube. And we're live on Rumble. 3 platforms for you to watch from. If you want to get away from everybody and you don't want to be bothered with people, you can go over to Ock Nation Gold. There's a smaller crowd over on Ock Nation Gold. There's a smaller crowd over there on Ock Nation Gold. Um, if you wanna if you wanna socialize with everybody, you can watch on Rumble on Ock Nation TV. We got bigger crowds over there on Rumble on Ock Nation TV. Trail mix, man. My trail mix, man. Ain't nothing but trail mix, man. Just get my trail mix on. Shout out to Mayo Monkey. Mayo, man, he's on Ock Nation Mount Rushmore, man. Shout out to Ock Nation Mount Rushmore, Mayo Monkey, man. We gotta warm the show up, man. We gotta warm the show up, man. He said Rumble safe 70% glider. Yeah, man. Links in the description box, man. We live on Ock Nation Gold, Ock Nation TV, and Rumble. Let's see what these Sun Words is up to, man. Let's see what these Sun Words is up to today, man. Um, Let's see what these Sun Words is up to today, man. Shout out to Ock Nation Hall of Famer, Boy Kachina. Boy Kachina in the building, man. Boy Kachina. Yeah, man.
Tonight's breaking bond might get your blood pumping after a family says that a judge is letting off their loved one's accused killer pretty easy. Fox 26's Randy Wallace joining us now live with the latest in his ongoing series. Randy.
Yeah, Rossi, Charles Woodard's bond for the murder charge was set at only 50 grand. But according to court documents, he didn't appreciate that gift from the court enough to abide by the rules. Saturday, November 15th, 2022. It's 2:15 in the afternoon. Sheriff's deputies say a then 17-year-old Charles Woodard walks up to 25-year-old Marquise Webb as he sat in his car and shot him to death.
My daughter looked, she said, "Mom, that's Marquise's car."
Sharita Webb is Marquise's mother. She asked we not show her face. She and other family members happened upon the murder scene at this gas station parking lot in Spring.
And we pulled over, and it had just happened. His body was still in the car. It wasn't until the police said, "I hate to say this, but your son is deceased." And that day just killed me.
351st Felony Court Judge Nada Cornelio set Woodard's bond for the murder at $50,000.
And he's given the lowest bond you can.
$50,000 for walking up on someone in a gas station and executing them. I don't want to hear anything about racism. Let a white guy go up in a gas station and just walk up to someone that's sitting in their car and execute them. His bond gonna be $1 million. I think that the expectation. So let's be real. The judge probably like, this other nigga ain't shit. Let's be honest. Press one. The judge is like, man, this other nigga probably ain't shit either. And this is how niggas operate with each other. Far be it from me to get in the middle of these niggas doing what they do. I mean, that's the tone the judge is taking. Like, hey, man, this is nigga shit, man. Let a fucking tiger walk up in the gas station, walk up to somebody sitting in their car and execute them. Let that happen. Watch what their bond is.
5-year-old Marquise Webb as he sat in his car and shot him to death.
My daughter looked, she said, "Mom."
He walked up on this guy and shot him. These 17-year-olds in the black community are so cold. And they were cold when I was younger. They were very cold. The 17-year-old in the black community with a gun. God damn, listen. That's like having a rebel soldier from the fucking Congo in your fucking community.
Year-old Charles Woodard walks up to 25-year-old Marquise Webb as he sat in his car and shot him to death.
My daughter looked, she said, "Mom, that's Marquise's car."
Sharita Webb is Marquise's mother. She asked we not show her face. She and other family members happened upon the murder scene at this gas station parking lot in Spring.
And we pulled over, and it had just happened. His body was still in the car. It wasn't until the police said, "I hate to say this, but your son is deceased." And that day just killed me.
351st Felony Court Judge Nada Cornelio set Woodard's bond for the murder at $50,000.
And he's given the lowest bond you can get somebody on murder, which is $50,000. There's nothing lower you can get.
When she gave him a $50,000 bond, I was like, that's a slap in the face.
He was convicted of an assault as a juvenile. So this isn't his first dog and pony show dealing with the system.
Then we go to court for the first time. He comes in there in court and he's laughing and he's talking to other.
Press 1 if you're shocked that when they came to court, he was laughing and talking and joking in the courtroom. Press 1 if you're shocked that when he came to court for the case, he was in there laughing and joking in the courtroom. And those of you who say you're shocked, man, you should be, man. You should be shocked. I'm not going to admonish the people that said they're shocked. That's shocking behavior, man. That's revolting. And you know the judge can see that. You know Miss Latina, the spicy Latina judge, you know she can see that, right? From her perch on the stand, man. I mean on the bench. And you know what she's probably thinking? Well, you know what I mean? That's just how they do, man. That's just them, man. Far be it for me to get in the middle of some N-word stuff, man. These are Sun words, man. That's how they act, man. I can't hold this against them.
You can get.
When she gave him a $50,000 bond, I was like, that's a slap in the face.
He was convicted of an assault as a juvenile. So this isn't his first dog and pony show dealing with the system.
Then we go to court for the first time. He comes in there in court and he's laughing and he's talking to other defendants in the courtroom like it's a game.
According to court documents, within a couple of months, Woodard is violating his curfew repeatedly.
It's reported in the bond violation report that he's at a gas station at 1:20 a.m.
Remember, Marquise Webb was murdered in a gas station.
Think about how disrespectful that is to the community. To have this guy who's got a juvenile, who's got a extensive criminal record beyond what he did to that, beyond executing the guy at the gas station, him to just be hanging out at gas stations. He's just hanging out at gas stations. The guy who killed that guy is just hanging out at gas stations in your community. You pull up, you see this guy, you don't even know. You think it's just some other Sun word. Hanging out at the gas station. Nah, this is a guy who just a couple of months ago executed somebody in their car at a gas station. He hitting you with the, hey, bro, when you come out the store, man, could you help me out with something? If you got some change, man, could you help me out? And you like, get a job. And that might that might be the last fucking thing you ever say in your life.
It's reported in the bond violation report that he's at a gas station at 1:20 a.m.
Remember, Marquise Webb was murdered in a gas station parking lot.
Why are you at a gas station that late at night multiple times? I think we can probably speculate.
The DA's office asked Cornelio to revoke Woodard's bond, but she took no action.
He took something from it we can never get back, my son's life.
Charles Woodard's next court appearance is scheduled for tomorrow. We'll keep you posted. Randy Wall.
Listen, man. Oh yeah, we had another common occurrence in the black community last night.
Tuesday night, I'm Gray Hall. Shari Williams will join you for the news at 11. The big story tonight on Action News is breaking news. We are learning that a number of people have been shot in Philadelphia's Feltonville neighborhood. This all happening about an hour ago. Let's get right out to the scene where Action News reporter Annie McCormick, she's live for us, gathering the latest information on this breaking news story. Annie, what are you learning so far about this shooting situation?
Well, great. We know right now that 5 people were shot. Police telling us a short time ago that this was a drive-by shooting that happened while people had gathered together at this corner behind me here in East Wyoming Avenue and also D Street. They were gathered here for a vigil for a victim that was killed earlier in July. Now, we know this much at this point.
How many of these have we done in the last month? How many shootings at vigils, funerals, processions, balloon releases? How many shootings have we done at these things? I would venture to say that we've done more shootings at black vigils, balloon releases, funeral processions, and funerals than all of white America combined. Just the shootings at black funerals and vigils, etc., are more than all the shootings for everything combined in white America.
Gathered here for a vigil for a victim that was killed earlier in July. Now, we know this much at this point. The police commissioner just briefing us a short time ago. 5 adults were shot, 2 females and 3 males. We're told that they range in ages from 18 to 55 years old. The most serious was shot in the face, but we were told that all of the victims remain in stable condition at a nearby hospital. Like we said, police commissioner saying that they do believe at this time that this was a drive-by shooting. A Jeep was found nearby in the 5,000 block of Ruscombe. Police believe that that Jeep is connected to this. They do have that Jeep. There were not any people inside at the time that police did discover that Jeep, but they do say that 3 guns were found. Now, like we said, Gray, this was a vigil that was taking place honoring a victim who was killed July 5th. We're told by people around this area that that victim was actually killed on this corner. Here is what Police Commissioner Danielle Outlaw told us a short time ago.
It's unfortunate. While there are those out grieving and mourning the loss of people that they may or may not have known, that there was a safety issue there. So we'll be doing investigation into not only the connection between these 2 shootings, but everything that we can to make sure that this is a safe area for everyone who wants to come out and enjoy the summer weather.
Now back out here live again, you can see a major police presence here. This is a mass shooting. Again, 5 people shot just here at this intersection where a vigil was taking place. Now, police were all near the area in Kensington, Great, because there was a community meeting for a number of neighbors in Kensington who were concerned about the recent violence.
Police were there because there was a community meeting with neighbors concerned about recent violence. So the police were already on the scene for a community meeting about recent violence. Blackistan, you're amazing, man. Listen, man, At some point, we're going to have to take our hat off the Blackistan. At some point, we're going to take our hat off the Blackistan, man. This is excellence that we're watching, man. We're actually witnessing greatness, man. Shout out to Wag the Dog. He said, "Love your show, big dog. Only one on YouTube. I'll jump on the panel tomorrow." All right, man. Come on up, man. Shout out to everybody watching on Ock Nation Gold. Shout out to everybody watching on Ock Nation TV. Shout out to everybody watching on Rumble. Links are in the description box.
Now back out here live again, you can see a major police presence here. This is a mass shooting. Again, 5 people shot just here at this intersection where a vigil was taking place. Now, police were all near the area in Kensington Gray because there was a community meeting for a number of neighbors in Kensington who were concerned about the recent violence. Police were able to get over here quickly because of that. Again, we do know at this point that this was because of a vigil. Another thing to note is we cover a lot of vigils in this city with the amount of crime that we have, but normally police at least are notified, or at least they're monitoring social media to know about the vigils. There was a vigil for the same victim, we're told, earlier in July where police were attending. This one, though, they were not alerted to until after.
Let me guess. It's the police's fault. Press 1. It's the police's fault this happened. They didn't over-police a fucking vigil for a guy who got killed. It's the cops' fault.
Police were able to get over here quickly because of that. Again, we do know at this point that this was because of a vigil. Another thing to note is we cover a lot of vigils in this city with the amount of crime that we have, but normally police at least are notified, or at least they're monitoring social media to know about the vigils. There was a vigil for the same victim, we're told, earlier in July where police were attending. This one, though, they were not alerted to until after the shooting took place. Those people still on the run. Of course, any information, 215-686-TIPS. For reporting live in Kensington, Annie McCormick for Action News at 10.
Don't worry, we're gonna get the Carlee Smollett in a minute, man. We're gonna get to Carlee Smollett in a minute, man.
Meantime, a trial is underway in Tarrant County for an accused school shooter. Timothy Simpkins is accused of shooting 3 people.
An accused school shooter.
Meantime, a trial is underway in Tarrant County for an accused school shooter. Timothy Simpkins is accused of shooting 3 people at Timberview High School nearly 2 years ago. Police say the shooting began after Simpkins and another student got into a fight in a classroom. Other students tried to break up that fight, but Simpkins...
Yeah, because this is... They should make these niggas dress how they dress in real life, man. Press 1. They should make these goddamn son words dress how they dress in real life. Don't let them come in the courtroom looking like businessmen and goddamn. He looking like he going to his job in corporate America or some shit, man. That ain't fair to the jury, man. The jury, that's not what we get in the streets, man. That's not the person we've seen. That's not the person we've seen out here in the street. Make him dress the way. Make him dress in some skinny jeans sagging with a white tee on, a chain. This is polluting the jury pool, man. This is fooling the jurors. Because even though because subconsciously, because I'm sure the jurors know that this kid probably doesn't drink, but it's still like it's subconsciously, man. It's like, hey, I mean, he has a suit on. I mean, like, and then you got dumb gliders, probably. Oh God, yeah, you gotta think about the dumb gliders. Dumb gliders probably believe. Salute to LW, man. He says, salute to Police Chief DeRees for wearing that suit similar to the Joker to let us know how much of a joke this Steven's sister is. Okay, we're gonna get to that, man. We're gonna get to goddamn Carlee Smollett in a minute, man. We're gonna get to her, man. Promise you, man. It's just so much going on in Black America. Salute to LW. El Chi says Finball Challenge. I have no idea what that means. Maybe you can help me out with that one. Yeah, man, let this dude come in looking like he working corporate America and shit. They made this dude come in with a damn skinny jeans on, man.
Timothy Simpkins is accused of shooting 3 people at Timberview High School nearly 2 years ago. Police say the shooting began after Simpkins and another student got into a fight in a classroom. Other students tried to break up that fight, but Simpkins pulled out a handgun from his backpack and shot the student multiple times. One of those bullets hit a teacher and grazed another student. This morning's proceedings began with the prosecution's opening statements.
Chaos. Chaos to the entire school. All of the teachers and all of the students went into lockdown.
Simpkins' family says he was bullied at school. Arlington Police Chief and prosecutors say that he did not believe bullying played a role in that shooting. The defense did not present an opening statement.
Well, at least he's not laughing. I mean, you got to give him credit, though. I know the bar is in hell.
Meantime, a trial is...
But come on, guys. He didn't laugh, man. Come on, guys. I know y'all want to give him credit. He didn't laugh, man. He wasn't in there laughing. Let's give him a little credit, man.
Well, the state rested its case against the Timberview High School shooting suspect today.
Timothy Simpkins is facing 3 counts of attempted murder. In court today, jurors saw more cell phone video, this time from a different angle of the classroom fight that turned into gunfire. Fox 4's Dion Anglin has been in court all day today and this week for more testimony. Dion.
Yeah, that's right. The defense is now putting on its case. And today, new video evidence and also some maneuvering involving an allegation about one witness intimidating another. New cell phone video evidence.
Damn, that kid was working his ass, man. Yeah. That kid was working him. That kid was punishing him, man. I see why he shot that kid, man. I'd have shot that kid too, man. You beat me up like that while I got a gun, man. You can beat me up like that if I don't have a gun. You can't beat me up like this if I do have a gun. Fuck that.
A different angle of the View High classroom fight that prompted gunfire.
Did you record the entire fight?
Yes.
Former student Charlie Johnson says shooting victim Zacchaeus Selby approached her in the hallway and asked her to record the fight he was about to have with the defendant.
Damn! You sons are amazing, man. Thank you, God, for sons, man. Y'all make things so interesting and so fun, man. I don't know what this show would be without sons, man.
Shooting victim Zakiya Selby approached her in the hallway.
She's a victim? What?
Yes.
Former student Carlee Johnson says shooting victim Zakiya Selby approached her in the hallway and asked her to record the fight he was about to have with the defendant.
What made you stop? I stopped when Zakiya started stomping on his head. Why did you stop recording at that moment? Because it just got too serious.
Who do we see?
Oh, it got too serious once he was stomping on his head. Yeah, man, I'm going to give this kid a break, man. That kid wanted to embarrass him, man. That kid wanted to embarrass him. That kid knew he could kick his ass. This kid knew he was better at him than fighting, and he wanted to whoop. Nah, this kid set him up, man, and tried to embarrass him. In Blackistan, man, getting your ass kicked like that, man, it opens you up to so much violence from other people. Press 1. This kid knew he could beat that kid up, and he wanted to go in there and beat the shit out of him and then put it on the internet and open that kid up to, now that kid's going to start getting, other black people are just going to start attacking that kid. Because this is the thing you don't understand. If some people see a weakness in you, they don't even have to have a problem with you. They don't even have to have been thinking about harming you. It's something in them that just when they see something weak and vulnerable to attack. Press 1. When some people see something weak and vulnerable, they almost have to attack it. So it's like, by doing this, he was setting this kid up for future attacks from other people that he didn't even know. So I'm kind of on the shooter side with this one, man.
Says shooting victim Zakiya Selby approached her in the hallway and asked her to record the fight he was about to have with the defendant.
What made you stop? I stopped when Zakiya started stomping on his head. Why did you stop recording at that moment? Because it just got too serious.
Who do we see? Just walk through.
That is Zakiya Selby.
Another recording from the school district hallway camera shows Selby going into the classroom. Arlington PD violent crimes investigator Sean Wheatley describes the images of Simpkins running out, firing, then focusing. Describes the images of Simpkins running out, firing, then focusing on Selby, who's on the floor.
The defendant, does it appear that he's pointing the gun?
Yes, it does.
Zach's attempting to stand up, but he's stumbling.
Yes.
The fight stopped, and then Timothy pulled out a gun.
I don't have any problem with what this kid did. No problem with what this kid did. You wanted to open him up to attacks from other black people in the future. You wanted to open him up to ridicule and being goaded by other black people in the future. You wanted to open him up to being bullied by other black people because black people can't help it. I'm trying to tell you, man. Some people can't help it. If they sense a weakness in you, man, Listen, I seen it, man. A Sun person could be a nice person, a great guy, salt to the earth. If he senses that you will let like somebody play with you or fuck over you, he will fuck over you too, because he can't help it. And it shouldn't be like that. You got my vote. I wish it wasn't like that. I promise you, man. I promise you. Look in my eyes. I promise you I wish it wasn't like that. If I could snap my fingers and make it different and make it not like that, if I could snap my fingers and make it not like that, I would do it. I promise you. If I could just snap my fingers and say, God, make some people different in the way they actually are in real life, I would do it. I can't. It's the way they are. It is what it is. This kid knows that. That's why he wanted to record it. That's why he didn't wait till the kid after school and beat the kid up in the neighborhood. That's why he walked in his classroom in front of all his peers and beat him up. That's why he got the girl to record it so he could put it online, because he knows that that's going to make other black people attack this kid in the future for being weak. Salute to Doug S. He said, I haven't been getting your live notifications lately, good brother. The last 2 weeks we was on Rumble, man. We were on Rumble every single day. The last 14 days we were on Rumble, man. The last 14 days we were on Rumble, man. Doug, man, y'all gotta get hip, man. If you don't see me on YouTube, you on Rumble, man. We 2 years into this, man, and people still acting like they don't know that. Rumble, Rumble, Rumble. If you don't see me on YouTube, check Rumble. If you don't see me on YouTube, check Rumble. Shout out to Eric S. coming through once again. Javiercito. Let's get ready to rumble. The real race realist, the hardest working man this side of Mississippi, a.k.a. Mr. No Solutions. Salute to you, man.
Yes, it does.
He's actually attempting to stand up, but he's stumbling.
Yes.
The fight stopped, and then Timothy pulled out a gun, and then I just ran. I don't know what happened after that.
State's witness, former student Shania McNeely, started out in that classroom. She was watching, even recording the fight. McNeely says within seconds, it went from being amusing to downright frightening. She wound up hit by gunfire.
When I was running, I felt a quick shot. It was really fast. It was just a really fast burn. And then that's when I stopped. But a teacher kept telling me, like, we gotta go, we have to go.
Where were you grazed?
On my side, my left side.
This is the Glock that you were referring to earlier that you found. Yes. And this is the magazine that goes with it. Yes.
The jury got a look at the Glock 45 pistol police recovered. Investigators say Simpkins had it stashed at his sister's apartment. And remember student Carlee Johnson, who says she agreed to record the fight for Selby? She testified about coming dangerously close to being a victim herself.
What happened while you were running? I felt the bullet go past me, and then that's when the trophy case broke, and then that's when I turned the hallway.
Also today, Zacchaeus Selby, who is also a sworn-in witness, was summoned to
nah, you don't get to be no witness, nigga. Nah, man. You don't get to be no witness. No comment, my G. Nah, you don't get to come in court and point nobody out. That's what we doing now? Nah, man. You got yours off, Jack. You got yours off. Nah, man, I don't like this, man. And I'm not even trying to play street rules or street politics. I'm not even trying to play street rules or street politics. I'm talking about just right is right and wrong is wrong. You don't get to come now and try to get this kid put in jail for fucking 20 years after you plotted all this shit.
Turned the hallway.
Also today, Zacchaeus Selby, who is also a sworn-in witness, was summoned to the court because defense attorneys say he has been posting news coverage to his social media accounts and sent a message to a witness who says she considered it a threat.
Well, nothing shocking there.
Who says she considered it a threat. Now, court is in recess until tomorrow. The judge adjourned early this afternoon because a defense witness was not available today. That's the very latest live. Steve, Heather.
Yeah, I've done a 180 on this, man. I've done a 180 on this, man. I have to admit, I've done a 180 on this, man. I believe that the intent that this kid was trying to do was trying to ruin that other kid's life. I believe that other kid was trying to ruin Timothy Simpkins' life. So this wasn't just a fight, like honest, like let's put them up and let's get this over with. You know what I'm saying? Let's hash out our differences like men and physicality and all this shit. He was trying to open Timothy up to a lifetime of scorn and ridicule and future beatings, unprovoked beatings by other black people who just felt like they could get something, could take, just beat up somebody who was weaker than them, because that's how we are. That's just how we are.
Again, the case of a teenager charged in a 2021 school shooting, expected to go to the jury any time now. Scoop Jefferson, I think that you can hear us now. We heard about a pause in the case, a pause in those court proceedings this afternoon that lasted for some time. What can you tell us about what's going on there?
Yeah, the trial is on hold now because defense attorneys have challenged what instructions the judge will give the jury before deliberations. The trial was supposed to start back right after lunch, but it's been on hold for the past 3 hours. The school hallway video from Timberview is the biggest attention getter in this case. Prosecutors say it shows Timothy Simpkins running out of a classroom, chasing and shooting Zach Selby. A bullet grazed a female student and a teacher was shot in the back shoulder. Prosecutors put both of those people on the stand, but not Zach Selby. I asked longtime criminal defense attorney Tom Cox to weigh in on the prosecutor's decision not to put their star witness on the witness stand.
The defense attorney circles that and knows that in the closing argument, the defense attorney is really going to focus on that and point out to the jury that there must be a reason that the prosecutors didn't call him. And the most obvious reason is because those witnesses would actually hurt the prosecutor's case.
The jury has been out of the courtroom during the defense's challenge on the deliberation instructions. Once the judge does decide on what instructions he will give them, both prosecutors and the defense will give their closing arguments, and Timothy Simpkins' fate will finally be in the hands of jurors. We'll continue to monitor.
Not guilty. I would say not guilty. Or if guilty, I hope the judge gives him a lenient sentence, man. Hope the judge gives him like 5 years or some shit like that. Because he does need to He did recklessly shoot other people. So I mean, I'd give him 5 years for that, for hitting the other people. But yeah. What's wrong with you niggas? What's wrong with you niggas? It ain't 2 cents a difference. What's wrong with you niggas? Something's wrong with his mind. Something's wrong with his mind.
You down. And all of that racism and all of your racist leaders and preachers. You say that the white man is your problem, that he holds you down. And all of that racism and all of your racist leaders and preachers. But then we come and say, if God be for us, then who can be against us? The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Come on now, let's get real here. Let's get real. If God is for me, you tell me a man that can be against me. If God is for me, if God have declared, whether I'm black or white, if God is for me, who can be against me? The Lord is my shepherd. And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou, who is God, and his name is Jesus, prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. He anointeth my head with oil. My blessing cup runneth over. Even though my enemies round about me wish to destroy me, when my enemies came upon me to eat of my flesh, they stumble and fell. The arrow I'm not afraid of by day, nor the terror by night. The sun shall not smite me. The righteous shall run in to the tabernacle of God. Who shall be against us if God is for us? Who? You tell me what man? You tell me what man can stop me if God says I shall live? It is God that speaks and men live. It is God that speaks and men lay down and die with God. Then you know that God is your light.
That's a great message for the Sun Man, man, because the Sun Man think about the white man all the time, man. Sun Man thinking about the white man all the time, man. Sun Man, you don't think about that white man. Let that white man off the hook, man. That white man ain't holding you back, man.
Here, and I'm not going to be much longer with y'all. I understand we need to move beyond color. I'm not about that, but y'all raised it. If you start it, I'll end it for you. Don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. But we got a problem. Black people got a problem. Now we can move to color blindness and Always look at the man by the content of his character, never the color of his skin. I'm down for that. You get my vote. Yay and amen. I'm for that. But before we get there, we need to hear some truth. Black people and white folk. Black people got a problem. And it's a God problem. When black people see the world, I don't care. You can train them. You can train a black man to be a physician. You can train him to be an astrophysicist. You can train him to be a lawyer, but you can't train him to understand the world. He doesn't know. I'm telling you. There's not 2 cents worth of difference between a mass murderer. There's not 2 cents of difference between a petty thief that's locked away in prison than a black doctor when it comes to understanding the world. Listen, you listen to me. We got to deal with this. And we need to begin to acknowledge it, talk about it, ask God to help us, because only God can help black people where they are. Black people had Africa, that big old continent over there. They never built one boat that was seaworthy, not one. There's not one monument in Africa, in all of Africa. I know you're talking about Egypt. Egypt is not Africa. There are no great cities that were built. Even before the first colonization of white people coming to the shores of Africa or the slave ships, black men built nothing. No sewer system, no houses above one level, and none of them made out of stone, all of them made out of grass and wood. Black men, before the white man ever got to Africa. The worst thing that could ever happen to South Africa was when they gave it to Nelson Mandela and black folk. That was a great nation. Now, notwithstanding apartheid was wrong, we all know it's wrong. I'm against it. There should have been some other resolution, though, than turning it over to Nelson Mandela. Disease, AIDS, and crime is running wild in Johannesburg. They're killing one another over there. They're dying of sickness. The government is mismanaged. The people who ran the nation are now leaving the nation because black folk don't know how to run no nation. They don't know how, and we need to admit it. I know you don't like it, but you need to stop shucking and jiving. We got a problem. Nigeria produces oil every year, yet the children over there are hungry and pot-bellied and walking barefoot. We got a problem. You talk about the Hutus and the Tutsis. Look what's going on in Zimbabwe now with Mugabe. We got a problem, black folk. And forget about Zimbabwe and South Africa, Nigeria. Look at what y'all have done in Harlem. You can't even hold on to Harlem. We got a problem. Black folk don't understand the world. You can get mad with me all you want. You can say what you, but you can't prove me wrong. Now, I'm not saying this because I hate black folk. I'm saying it because I love you enough to tell the truth. And the only person going to ever help us get out of the situation is going to be God. There's something wrong with the black man's mind. There's something wrong with his mind. He does not understand the world. He doesn't. I don't care if he learned medicine. He doesn't understand the world. He can't even hold on to Harlem. When he was here, he moved out. We got to talk to the Lord. People, we got to talk to God. And black women, Shirley Chisholm, Harriet Tubman, Coretta King, one of her boys. Yeah, okay, then we got a black president. But you black women, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all gonna let that white woman, what's wrong with you black women voting for Barack? Don't you understand? It should have been a black womb if you're gonna have a black president. What's wrong with you? Y'all ain't got no sense, you black women. Your men treat you like the dogs, like your dogs. They walk all over you. They make you pay the bills at home, and then the preachers pimp you in the churches and make you pay the bills. Y'all crazy black women buying these black men private jets, the tune of $50 million for a nigga to ride around in a private jet. And you talk about, look at our pastor. What's wrong with y'all women? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And what's wrong with a black man that would take that kind of money out of a poor neighborhood and buy himself a private jet? What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, black women? What's wrong with you voting for Barack Obama? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy. Black people, let me tell y'all something. If you don't ever hear me say preach again, they can kill me tomorrow. Let me tell you something. We're not going to ever get anywhere until we look into the mind of a black man. He doesn't think correctly. I don't care what he is. He can be a doctor. He can be an astrophysicist. The nigga ain't got no sense. You talk to him. You talk to a black man. He doesn't understand the world. He's never built anything. The most the black people have ever done, they did it here in America under white people's help. When they were in Africa, they didn't do nothing.
So yeah, salute on Rumble, man. Maine 203 became a monthly supporter. Salute to Maine 203 for becoming a monthly supporter on Rumble. Yeah, man. Yo, here's my 5 for the offering tray. What's wrong with you, son of a... What's wrong? Something wrong with his mind.
Meanwhile, U.S. officials say an American soldier with Fort Bliss ties who fled across the border from South Korea into North Korea was supposed to fly to Fort Bliss to face military disciplinary actions. Two U.S. officials say Private Second Class Travis King had been released from a South Korean prison where he'd been held on assault charges and was facing military disciplinary actions in the United States. Now, the officials say King was escorted to the airport to be returned to Fort Bliss, but instead of getting on the plane, he left and joined a tour of a Korean border village before running across the border. Now, we reached out to Fort Bliss. They referred us to the Pentagon, who has not responded at the time.
Something wrong with his mind.
To North Korea now. More details have emerged about the US soldier who's been detained in North Korea after crossing the border without authorization. US media is reporting that Travis King had previously been held in South Korea on assault charges, and the AFP news agency is reporting he spent time in a South Korean prison. US officials say he made it across the demilitarized zone.
This nigga was in jail, man. You send these niggas over to the military, he still ended up in jail.
North and South Korea while on a tour of the border. It's commonly known as the DMZ. The area is one of the most heavily fortified in the world. Well, King was reportedly being escorted back to the US for disciplinary reasons before he turned around at the airport and joined the tour. A witness said he saw the soldier laughing while running across the North Korean border.
Always with the laughing, man. Always with the goddamn laughing. Shit.
Well, United States Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin gave a briefing on the matter at the Pentagon.
We believe that he is in the BRK custody. And so we're closely monitoring and investigating.
Of course, they wouldn't have got the black fucking general. Look, you handle this shit, man. This is an international embarrassment. You go handle this shit. N-word, sun-word, you want it. This is embarrassing, man. International embarrassment, man.
The situation and working to notify the soldiers next of kin and engaging to address this incident. In terms of my concerns, I'm absolutely foremost concerned about the welfare of our troops. And so we will remain focused on this. And again, this will develop in the next several days and hours.
And our Seoul correspondent, Jean McKenzie, has more.
This is an extraordinary story, and we're still trying to work out many of the details. But what we know is this US soldier, Travis King, was stationed here in Korea and yesterday got himself onto a tour of the North Korean border. He went to an area that's known as the Joint Security Area, which is this unarmed bubble right at the heart of the demilitarized zone, where the only thing that separates North and South Korea is a slab of concrete across the floor. So all Mr. King had to do was take one step over this slab of concrete, and he was in North Korea, where he is now being detained by the North Korean military. The big question has always been, why would he do this? And we are starting to get more details. Travis King, it seems, was actually detained here in South Korea for a couple of months before this all happened for misconduct, and he was due to be transported back to the United States, where he may have faced further disciplinary action. Now, we're getting reports that he actually was taken to the airport to board his flight back to the US. But
I mean,
While
look at this goddamn sun word, man. This damn sun word. We won't follow that. We gonna follow this situation, man. I just don't know. Whatever your life was gonna be like, whatever punishment you was gonna get in prison, or whatever punishment you was gonna get. Now you're in North Korea, man, as a U.S. soldier, man. My God, man. Yeah. Let me drop the link, man. My God, man. Jesus Christ, you in deep shit, brother. This guy's in deep shit, man. Wow. Let me drop the link, man. Shout out to everybody watching on Rumble. Shout out to everybody watching on Aqua Nation Gold. Man. Goddamn son word, man. What were you thinking, son word? You talk about jumping into out of the frying pan and into the fire, man. You talk about jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire. What's up?
What's happening?
Data T. Who are you, Data T?
You hear me?
Yeah, who are you?
Yeah, so I run a YouTube channel called To the Good Guys. I focus on a lot of self-defense from normal everyday citizens.
Oh, like Detroit urban survival training?
No, I wouldn't say urban survival, but I would definitely say everyday Americans that use their firearms in self-defense.
Oh, firearms. Okay. What's up? Somebody got an echo, man. Somebody got an echo in the background, man. But go ahead. What's up?
Well, I think if we're going to talk about this young man who decided to go over to another country, a communist country, to escape, uh, some wrongdoings he did. I think he's ultimately a coward. And for him to leave, I think some comforts, and then he thought North Korea was the best option. I think he is definitely not only a coward, but there's something wrong with him in the brain. He's not thinking right at all.
Something wrong with his mind. That what you said?
Absolutely.
So tell me this. Let me just say this. You are a soldier, right? A former soldier?
Me, no. I'm an everyday citizen, just like everybody else.
Okay. If we got any soldiers, man, and can come up real quickly, man, and help us with this one. Go ahead. Ricky.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the gliders still try to break their backs to negotiate for this guy.
Of course they are. What are you kidding me? Listen, they better. Black people have a fit if they don't. If you was white, listen, they're going to do everything they can to get this guy back, man. It's going to be like he's a war hero, man. They're going to treat this guy like he was captured.
I think I read that they got him for assault, which could have been short for sexual assault, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking that too. He was over there. Isn't it $5 sucky over there, man? All you need is $5, man. And you still assaulting chicks over there, man. What's wrong, man?
But where's the fun in that? You gotta just take it.
That's true, man. Shit, man. I mean, you talk about jumping out of the frying pan and into the fryer.
Yeah, he went into one of our sworn enemies. Then they're our enemy. They're not an ally. They're an enemy.
This low key remind me of that old Jean-Claude Van Damme movie Bloodsport, when they was after his ass and he kept running away and shit like that.
Yeah, Bloodsport. That was my shit.
Yeah. I think this dude was trying to participate in the Kumite.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Like, what was he facing? Like 1,000,000 years in jail? Like, if you're facing 20 years in jail, you take that over being in North Korea, man. I mean, there's no sentence. If they say we're gonna give you 100 lashes, you take that over being in North Korea.
Hey. I wonder what they give POWs to eat on a daily.
Rice.
Another possibility is he could be a defector. I wonder what his MOS is, what he actually did in the military. It's not uncommon for people who have an ideology to go to a communist country. Yes, he was definitely going to face probably some serious things here, but he could be a defector. And I wonder what he did in the military.
Well, we know what he did in the military. He used to rape bitches.
But here's my thing. What is it? What happens if he's a defector? Do they treat him better over there?
Yeah, they would treat him. They would treat him. I wouldn't say better, but they definitely wouldn't have him as a prisoner. He definitely would be supplying them with information. It could be tactics. It could be intelligence. There's a lot of things he could be doing. I mean, I heard what I'm really wondering what his MOS is, what he did in the military.
Here we have it. Somebody.
Yeah, it sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, man. Just turn the show off, while you just listen through your through the stream. Several South Korean media outlets report that Private Second Class Travis King had punched the South Korean national in a club last September. He had also been fined 5 million won, which is about $4,000, for causing public damage and being uncooperative with police during his arrest. So he punched the South Korean guy and then resisted arrest. Man, he's clearly being framed. No Sun man would ever do something like that. So it says, citing legal sources, King yelled obscenities at South Korean police as he kicked the doors and interior of a police vehicle. King was released to the U.S. officials at the military hub in the country about a week ago. Before bolting to North Korea, he was being escorted to the airport. Okay, we already got that. All right. So, he got the fight at the club, punched the Korean guy, and then resisted arrest.
Man, how close is the airport to North Korea? God damn.
Yeah, man. He can just, it's like, it's just a line. Like, he can just, like, crossing the street. It's kind of like, like in D.C., we got Southern Avenue, Eastern Avenue.
Hey, I heard somebody say earlier that the way he made his escape, he could have blown himself up. Said it was like some heavily guarded minefield, and he could have blown himself up.
Well, they said the part where he went over is demilitarized.
Yeah, they ain't catching no Sun man.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Once he caught his stride, he's gone.
He's on to the tour of the next prison.
Yeah, and I think I don't know. I don't know what they would get for treating him badly in North Korea, or like putting him in like a dungeon. I don't know what they would get out of that. I don't know, but I do know that it's a possibility. Maybe Kim Jong Un would be like, okay, we got a pawn, like Brittany Griner, kind of like, you know what I'm saying, type thing, But
like a Dennis Rodman kind of deal.
Yeah,
I
would lie and say I'm Dennis Rodman's cousin or something if I was that dude.
Dennis Rodman could get him out though, because Dennis Rodman's very cool with Kim Jong Un, whatever fucking name is. But yeah, this
that would be crazy. That would be crazy if he does.
Yeah, this salute to Muramasa, man. He says on Rumble, he says, as Steven from Django would say, he'll be swinging the sledgehammer, turning big rocks into little rocks all day, every day in North Korea. We'll see, man. I don't think it's going to be hard to see. This is the problem with North Korea. If like Russia, we have a decent relationship with Russia. If you want to compare it to North Korea, because our people are always going to Russia. We have contacts in Russia, blah, 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 even though it's kind of like, tension there. North Korea, there'll be no way to know anything that's going on with this guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? No one will, like with Brittany Griner, you knew she was in this prison, you knew she was there, you saw her court dates on TV. You're not going to know anything about this guy.
Yo, one thing's for sure though, if the North Koreans embrace him and let him, have a family, that's the beginning of the end for them. So that's a fate worse than anything the government could do to them.
Yeah, man.
What's going on, fellas?
Nice Korean woman. What's happening, man?
Some nice little kids, running around, yada yada, carjacking.
Yeah, man. It'd be rough, man. Yeah, man. Don't pollute your gene pool, North Korea, man. Let's see this Carlee chick, man. Listen, man. I don't think anybody here ever believed that, man.
Man, it's so many holes in that story. Oh my god.
Not even holes though, man. Like
He's gonna start hoping he's gonna be the center for the North Korean basketball team.
Yeah, this isn't even holes, man. In her story, it's like it's let me play the press conference, man, because the press conference is basically
it was kind of racist if you ask me personally.
Man, that was that Easter sermon suit he had on though.
Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, there we go.
right. Good afternoon and welcome to the Frank and Pam Bearfield Training Center. I'm Captain Keith Sescaliba, that's spelled Keithczesk, speaking in detail publicly until now. It is important that we share this information now so that our community can be put at ease. So at this time, I'll turn the microphone over to Hoover Police Chief Nick Dursis. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank everyone for being here today. Besides me stands the team who played a significant role in this investigation. I want to thank our department, members of surrounding local law enforcement agencies, the FBI, Secret Service, United States Marshals, and ALEA for their assistance in this case. We said from the evening of July 13th, our focus would be the safe return of Carlee Russell. That occurred on Saturday, July 15th, approximately 49 hours after she called 911 and disappeared. From that point, our focus has been to determine Carlee's whereabouts during that time and what exactly took place. Let me say up front, this investigation is not over. We're still working this case, and we'll be working this case until we uncover every piece of evidence that helps us account for the 49 hours that Carlee Russell was missing. However, through the public interest, and in some cases, public fear that this story has generated, we owe it to our citizens to tell them the facts that we have uncovered. So I will give you the facts that we know today. On July 13th, at approximately 8:20 p.m., Carlee left work from a business at the Summit. Surveillance video from her place of employment shows Carlee concealed a dark-colored bathrobe, a roll of toilet paper, and other items belonging to the business prior to her departure.
So she stole some shit from her job. Okay. So, and a lot of people saying, well, she stole some, that's why she got in trouble. Well, she hadn't gotten in trouble for that yet. She had just stolen. So she stole that stuff for her trip. She knew she was going to be hunkered down somewhere for a couple of days. Shout out to Gil B. Coming through. Shout out to Doug S. He says, Doug S. says, damn, as much as I hate to admit it, the Pastor Manning was on point. I always say the more educated, the more dangerous. Yeah, man. Yeah, Pastor Manning was on point, man. You we showing off today, man. Some people showing off. Salute to Benedict, man. Shout out to Benedict too, man, coming through. Yeah, Carlee was just getting ready for her little weekend of hunkering down in the Red Roof Inn. That's why I don't really think that she was in trouble for stealing that stuff. I think they didn't even know she stole it yet.
Covered. So I will give you the facts that we know today. On July 13th, at approximately 8:20 p.m., Carlee left work from a business at the Summit. Surveillance video from her place of employment shows Carlee concealed a dark-colored bathrobe, a roll of toilet paper, and other items belonging to the business prior to her departure. She ordered food from Tzatziki's at the Colonnade and traveled there. She then traveled to Target on 280, where she purchased some granola bars and Cheez-Its. From there, she remained in the parking lot at that shopping center until 9:21 p.m. when she drove to I-459. Carlee communicated on her cell phone with individuals known to her while on her path of travel up to the point of calling 911 at 9:34 p.m. And at this time, we will play the 911 call in its entirety.
King Petty right here. Look at him. Look at him.
Hi, I am on Interstate 459, and there's just a kid just walking by themselves. Oh, hold on. Where am I supposed to are you? I'm right next to the exit 10 by the cover bag, like to get off by the net. Okay, so you're before that exit? Yes. Okay, and were you headed southbound or northbound? Okay, towards that place or towards 280? Towards Tuscaloosa. Okay, and was the child on the left or right side? On the right side. Were they walking northbound or southbound? They're walking towards Tuscaloosa. Walking southbound. Or how old do they look? Like a toddler, like maybe like 3 or 4. Did you pull over with them? Are you still with them? Yes. Okay, are you with the child right now? No, I'm not. I didn't get out of the car. I can see them though. Do you mind staying and keeping an eye on them until we get there? Yeah, sure, yeah. Okay, what kind of car are you in? I'm in a red Mercedes-Benz. Is that a sedan or SUV? SUV. I mean, it's a sedan. Sorry. Can you put your hazards on for me? Yeah, they're on. Okay. Did you talk to the child at all, or did you say anything to them? No. Okay. No. Do they look like they're injured? No, they don't. Are they white, black, Hispanic, or Asian? They're white. Okay. Is it male or female? I think it's a boy, a little boy. White male? Okay. So is he wearing clothes? Yes. Okay. What is he wearing? It's a white.
Yeah, she asking a lot of goddamn questions, man. She's stumping the shit out that chick, man. Why is there so much goddamn background noise in this shit, man? Let me see if I can find another one that don't got that much fucking feedback.
All right, good afternoon and welcome to the Frank and
SUV. I mean, it's a sedan. Sorry. Can you put your hazard? You headed southbound or northbound? Like towards Tuscaloosa or towards 280? Towards Tuscaloosa. Okay. And was the child on the left or right side? On the right side. Were they walking northbound or southbound? They're walking towards Tuscaloosa. Walking southbound? Or how old do they look? Like a toddler, like maybe like 3 or 4. Did you pull over with them? Are you still with them? Yes. Okay, are you with the child right now? No, I'm not. I didn't get out of the car. I can see them though. Do you mind staying and keeping an eye on them until we get there? Yeah, sure, yeah. Okay, what kind of car are you in? I'm in a red Mercedes-Benz. Is that a sedan or SUV? SUV. I mean, it's a sedan. Sorry. Can you put your hazards on for me? Yeah.
She was lying so much she forgot she was in an SUV and not in a sedan, not an SUV.
Hey, but peep game, listen to her voice. She put her white people voice on too.
Yo, that might be how she sound, man. I mean, listen, man, Valley Girl, a lot of black girls do the Valley Girl.
In Alabama, Valley Girl, she sound like Hillary Duff, boy.
I mean, she come from I mean, she. I don't think this is a booger. I think what I'm saying. I don't think this is a hood booger though. You know what I'm saying? I think this is just she's like, you don't have to be ghetto or hood to be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean Hoover is real nice. If she from Hoover, she ain't gonna sound like that.
Yeah, man. This is just what it is. She crazy, man, but she goddamn come from a good area.
Is that a sedan or SUV? SUV. I mean, it's a sedan. Sorry. Can you put your hazards on for me? Yeah, they're on. Okay. Did you talk to the child at all, or did you say anything to them? No. Okay. No. Do they look like they're injured? No, they don't. Are they white, black, Hispanic, or Asian? They're white. Okay. Is it male or female? I think it's a boy, a little boy. White male? Okay. So is he wearing clothes? Yes. Okay. What is he wearing? It's a white t-shirt, and it doesn't look like he has any pants on. It looks like a diaper. And you don't see any cars anywhere? No cars anywhere.
Oh, shit. Who saw the fucking footage from the camera?
Yeah, I saw it. She lying. I told you.
A good million cars, man. Oh, shit. She's straight up, man. Listen, man, we all know this is a lie, but it's like, God damn, man.
Okay. All right. What's your name? My name is Carlee Russell. And you don't see any injuries on the child from where you're at, correct?
No, but I can't really see them that good.
Okay, try to keep an eye on them for the best that you can, because I don't want you to lose track of them.
Okay.
All right, and do they have shoes on?
No,
Shoes?
not that I can see. I can't really see that well.
Okay. All right, I've got them on the way, okay? Just try to keep an eye on them, but officers are on the way, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Carlee called a relative after speaking with the 911 operator. She went missing during that conversation sometime after 9:36 p.m. Traffic camera footage was obtained which depicted this portion of the incident, and that footage was analyzed as part of the investigation in conjunction with the 911 call and cell phone data to accurately determine the time frame. Carlee's 911 call remains the only report of a child on the interstate, despite numerous vehicles passing through the area at that time. No one has called to report that a child is missing, and the Hoover Police Department did not locate any evidence of a small child walking down the interstate. Data from Carlee's phone, including her Life 360 app, shows that she traveled approximately 600 yards in her vehicle while she was on the phone with 911, stating that she was following a child. 600 yards. That is 6 football fields straight. 600 yards.
So the kid walked 6 football fields while she was on the phone with the operator.
Right. Yo, Ike, she was banking on the Gladys don't care about this narrative. She was
That was
banking
like
on
Baby Superman or something. You remember that scene when the little baby running off fast on Superman? That's what she was chasing.
Derrick Henry couldn't fucking go 6 football fields at the time that she was fucking on that phone, man. Goddamn, like, are you kidding me?
What do you guys think the point is of what she was doing? I mean, why would she do this? What do you guys think?
I think the scenario about the boyfriend and about some shit in the throes of some relationship shit with the boyfriend. I think the boyfriend cheated with a stripper or something, or the boyfriend was going to leave her. Something like that was going on. That's what the people in the town are saying, and she was trying to get attention and trying to get his attention, or trying to make him, you know what I'm saying, make him like care about her. Like if she went missing, maybe the boyfriend would, be, girls are crazy, man. Men are crazy in a different way, right? Like, so, man, we would do something different if we was in the throes of our girl was, slept with a fucking Chippendales dancer or some shit, and fucking was leaving us. We would do something crazy too, but we would do it differently. Girls, they do shit like take a bunch of pills. Like a girl might lay in a bathtub and like take a bunch of pills of some shit and like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself or some shit like that. Or I seen them girls do a lot of stuff, man, when they're in the throes of that love bullshit, relationship bullshit. So this is not shocking. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you got girls, right? You had chicks before, right? You know how crazy they are, right?
I get that. I get that. I'm just saying it's just, I mean, it seems it's just way over the top, and the national attention that it's got from this incident is crazy, because also everything that I've read from there, it looks like she really did think this out. Apparently she looked up in her internet search how to pay for
we're
an
gonna get
Amber
into
Alert.
that.
But that's what I'm saying though. Ike, she was banking on that narrative. They don't care about sisters. She was banking on it.
I also think the fact that what's the odds in a country with 350 million people, and you're in a little town like Hoover, that your story is going to become national news? I think she didn't think that it was going to become this big. It just blew up, because remember, the black women got it. Black women has been trending. Like today, if you go to Twitter, black women is trending again. Black women was trending last week. Remember when I did the thing last week on it's trending. Like if you got to understand, like something's going on Twitter where black women, they're like doing a lot of tweeting and shit. Like right here, look, black women is trending again. It was trending last week. It's just something going on Twitter.
But what are they talking about with that? Though? Like, what are they?
Salute to Whitey on the Moon. He said, just dropping in. Welcome back to YouTube. Yeah, man. Salute to you, Whitey on the Moon. What are they?
What's like the topic? What's the word?
Just stupid shit. Like it's just stupid shit. Like well now a lot of it's about Carlee, but
is it a Black Lives Matter?
But last week it was just about like this: black women led the charge as Waves national naval officers in World War II. Women had to overcome many obstacles to be able to serve the U.S. Armed Forces during World War II, and black women had to overcome even more. So this is
Is that another one of those arguments where like, oh, black people did this for everybody else?
Yeah,
we paved the way for everybody else.
Yeah. This one says, I don't care what niggas say. Bob's top 5 hairstyles for black women. We got
It's top 5 because it's hard to get that shit to grow.
You know, I was thinking it was also maybe it's Black History Month, but that's February, so it's a little
No.
strange.
July is White History Month, man. July is White History Month.
Yeah, exactly. And but yeah, it was just a bunch of shit like about like black women, like but now it's about Carlee. But last week when it was trending, I think she got caught up in that. So right when she went missing, it was a bunch of black women tweeting about black women stuff online, and it was like going viral. Just black women. Everybody was tweeting shit about black women, and hey, this girl went missing, and there was a white baby on the fucking road, and they might have lured her out. They used the white baby to lure. Hey y'all, be careful. They using babies to lure people. Da 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 da. And it became like a mystery type thing. Like, oh my god! And people kept trending. And then Gabby Petito, because remember Gabby Petito? They still talk about that, like how that white girl went missing, and the nation went, and they wanted to make it seem they wanted, to be like, look, they don't care when we go missing, so we gotta make it big. We gotta make attention when we go missing. Da 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 da. And they made it a lot of attention, and it turned out to be a hoax.
Hey, I heard that they trying to push it through, like, they have like the Amber Alert, the Silver Alert, or whatever. Supposed it's supposed to be a Ebony Alert. You heard about that? I laughed my ass off when I heard it too.
Yo, that shit'll be ringing nonstop.
Oh shit, Ebony Alert. Listen, man. Oh shit, man. Yeah, man. Salute, man.
Of a small child walking down the interstate. Data from Carlee's phone, including her Life 360 app, shows that she traveled approximately 600 yards in her vehicle while she was on the phone with 911, stating that she was following a child. 600 yards. That is 6 football fields straight. 600 yards. The Hoover 911 Center received a second call from Carlee's mother, stating that a relative was on the phone with her when they heard Carlee scream, and then they had an open phone line. Hoover police officers arrived on the scene within 5 minutes of being dispatched, and several other officers arrived shortly. They located Carlee's wig and cell phone in the grass near the vehicle. Her purse was located in the front seat of her vehicle.
Yeah, and all this was released. All this information was released that day. So that's gonna make people like, oh my God, she was on the phone with 911 when she was abducted, She left her wig and her cell phone. What black woman leaves her wig and her cell phone? What woman leaves her cell phone? No
A
one
wig and
does
a
that.
cell phone in combination. A
Yeah,
black
no.
wig, cell phone combination. Never.
You not leaving your cell phone, right? Nowhere, right?
Facts.
Yo, I'll give her the cell phone. I can't give her the wig.
Definitely can't give it a wig. Parting with the
So-
wig. Ain't no pool around. Yeah, okay.
So it was very believable. It was very believable. And it took off.
Let me ask, who really believed this story? I mean,
A lot of people.
I don't know. I don't know about
So
that
you're
one.
telling me from the jump you thought it was a hoax from day one.
From as soon as I heard it, and I believed it was not real. It was not genuine.
Well, I ain't gonna go there. I thought that it could be real from when I first heard it. I started thinking it was fake the next day. Yeah.
Same. My kid's mom was telling me this shit, and I'm like, she's like, you heard about that girl with the kid chasing some white kid or whatever? And then like I'm like, nah, I didn't hear about that. Time goes on. Next day, I didn't hear her say shit about it. And then after a while, she was like, oh, that's fake. Once another black chick say, oh, that's fake, that's how I knew.
Yeah. I mean, from the beginning, I mean, look, she left her cell phone in her fucking wig. Obviously, somebody grabbed her. I mean, like, shit. I mean, I ain't gonna sit there and act like I'm fucking Columbo, but it's like once I started digging deep and the parents started talking, doing press conferences, and then I mean, you started, seeing little holes in it and shit. But now everybody's going to see. Here's the thing about it: everybody's going to start saying, "I knew it was fake from the beginning." That's not what we were seeing when we were covering it. People were saying that you're racist for calling it fake, or you're insensitive to black women if you call it fake. People were fucking believing the shit out of this thing. So I mean, if you didn't believe it, you're in the minority from the jump. If you didn't believe from the jump, you're in the minority.
Vehicle with her Apple Watch in the purse. The food she ordered for Tzatziki's was also in the car. The items she purchased from Target, as well as the items taken from her place of employment, were not in the vehicle, nor were they located anywhere around the scene. Hoover police deployed all available assets from the point in the search for Carlee. Additional resources were called in to include our own drone unit, crime scene investigators. Numerous detectives responded to the scene. Throughout the day Friday, officers from surrounding local and federal agencies assisted Hoover police in the search for Carlee Russell. Officers returned to the scene on 459 to conduct a thorough line search for evidence. K-9 teams from the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department responded to check for any sign of Carlee, the child that she claimed to see, and anything else that could be considered evidence in this case. Those searches all turned up empty. Private citizens, including search parties organized by her family, friends, began looking everywhere that they could to find any trace. These searches took place throughout the day Friday and again on Saturday, yielding nothing. At 10:44 p.m. on July 15th, the Hoover 911 center receives a call from Carlee's residence stating that she returned home on foot. In subsequent investigations, detectives obtained surveillance footage of Carlee walking down the sidewalk alone prior to arrival at her residence. She was conscious and speaking with paramedics when she was transported to UAB. Detectives were able to obtain a brief statement from her prior to being treated and released. During the statement, she told detectives that while traveling down the interstate, she saw a baby walking down the side of the road and called 911. She stated when she got out of her vehicle to check on the child, a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. She claimed that the man then picked her up and she screamed. She stated he then made her go over a fence. She claims he then forced her into a car, and the next thing she remembers is being in the trailer of an 18-wheeler. She stated that the male was with a female. However, she never saw the female, only hearing her voice. She also told detectives she could hear a baby crying. She told detectives the male had orange hair with a big bald spot on the back. She said she was able.
I mean, this shit is so elaborate. And I think sometimes people think the more elaborate they make it, the more realistic, the more, unique details will make it realistic. But to a seasoned detective, I'm sure these detectives knew from the jump.
Right. I mean, the 18-wheeler, that's kind of a big, that's a lot already. Like, they're going to look at cameras. Where's the 18-wheeler at?
Yeah. And they've seen so many abductions and they know the modus operandi. They know, what type of things you'll typically see as evidence after an abduction, in that magnitude. And they probably were like, from the beginning, the detectives, seasoned detectives, probably like, yo, this is fucking not adding up.
Able to escape the 18-wheeler and fled on foot, only to be captured again and then was put in a car. She claimed she was then blindfolded but was not tied up because the captor said they did not want to leave impressions on her wrists. She said that they took her into a house and made her get undressed. She believes they took pictures of her, but she does not remember them having any physical or sexual contact. She stated the next day she woke up and was fed cheese crackers by the female. She said the woman also played with her hair, but could not remember anything else. At some point, she was put back in a vehicle she claims was able to escape while it was in the West Hoover area. She told detectives she ran through lots of woods until she came out near her residence. During this interview, detectives noted that Carlee had a small injury to her lip, and she claimed that her head was hurting. She also had a tear in her shirt. Detectives also noted that she had $107 cash in her right sock. Out of respect for Carlee and her family, detectives did not press for additional information in this interview and made plans to speak with her in detail.
She right there, Black women. Out of respect for you, man, they didn't press, man. So you can't complain about racism. I mean, can't say, man, you was white, they would have just let her get some time. They gave her time.
Yeah, she don't, and the family don't want to talk.
Yeah, man. This is bad, man. This is ugly, man. This is embarrassing, man, for Black women.
After giving her time to rest, detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data includes several internet searches in the days leading up to her disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case. On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term, "You have to pay for an Amber Alert," was searched. On July 3rd,
do you have to pay for an Amber Alert?
There it is.
She wanted to know if she was going to cost, her family money or anything like that. She wanted to know, it was just.
At least he was thoughtful there.
Yeah, salute to her, man. I mean, she didn't want to, kind of like, she didn't want to put anybody in.
She don't put no burden.
Burden on. Yeah, she won't be a burden on anybody, man. Shout out to you, Carlee, man. You a great person, man.
Yeah, but she did, and she did waste police resources, police people's time. People went out there and volunteered to find her. I believe in Alabama, when you lie to law enforcement, there is a monetary fine. It's a misdemeanor, and you could probably go to jail for about 12 months. I wonder, if at all, what kind of punishment she would get once they officially say that she is lying. She lied to police.
Well, I'll tell you this much, dude. She's not going to go to jail.
Yeah, I don't think she's getting nothing, man. She ain't getting nothing.
She ain't going to jail for 12 minutes. Talk about 12 months.
Real shit.
It's a arrest her, but they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that. I believe that she probably won't get. She'll get a slap on the wrist, but I think it sets a bad precedent for this to let it go. I mean, there's got to be some kind of example made.
Nah.
A slap on the wrist is very optimistic, dude.
Yeah, she gonna get a slap on the wrist because Alabama's like historically supposedly racist, right? So they not gonna punish that girl, especially because she black and the climate of the country right now. She gonna get
Real.
a big slap on the wrist.
What do you mean? What do you mean supposedly? Huh?
What I just said.
What do you mean supposedly racist?
Supposedly racist. So you know the history of Alabama. You know, Sweet Home Alabama, Free Bird, all that
Right.
shit.
That's
You
what
know.
I'm saying. There's no supposedly here, brother. It's racist.
Oh, okay, racist, all racist. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. They're gonna find some racial angle in this because if you on Twitter and shit like that, they're already like, if it was a white girl, they wouldn't, they wouldn't do all this and the
Right.
mental health and black women when they have mental health episodes. Her supporters who were just the other day dragging people online who were just intimating that it might have been a hoax. Today, they're now switching their tune, but they're still fucking pieces of shit. So they're now like, when black women have mental health episodes, they get treated differently than white women. So they're still gonna pull the racial bullshit. So you can never escape that with black women.
I like that. I like what you just said. It's a good argument.
Well,
Nowadays, anyway.
See, I think the problem gonna be is we the ones gonna drag it out. I mean, like as in black people, we the ones gonna drag it out because ain't nobody say nothing when that one white woman went on that sex and drug binge, fake bullshit. I'm missing shit with her ex-boyfriend, and she was married with kids. Don't nobody really remember that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this one right here is a little different because this one they're still keeping it up. So you also have to understand that too. Like, this is not like, and this was similar with Jesse. Like, this is not like, all right, you got me, yeah, and then it goes away. This girl's family is keeping the fucking hopes up. They're still like they want somebody to find her abductor. They're keeping this shit going. They haven't just said, all right, you got us.
Yeah, real shit.
You know what I'm saying? So
No, for real though.
that has a lot to do with it, man. And black people aren't smart enough to realize that the fact that they're keeping it up,
right,
has something to do with the shit.
13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance. The term, how to take money from a register without being caught, was searched. On July 13th at 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term Birmingham bus station was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th. On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted. There were 2 searches related to Amber Alerts on a computer at Carlee's place of employment, including one regarding the maximum age of an Amber Alert. There were other searches on Carlee's phone that appeared to shed some light on her mindset, but out of respect for her privacy, we will not be releasing the content of those searches.
Now look at that.
That's wild.
Yeah,
That's
she
wild.
searched some shit that'd be like, oh God, like some cringy,
Right.
embarrassing type shit. Like
It burns when I pee.
yeah, like how do you make a dildo out of like a piece of wood if you're stuck in the woods and some shit like that? Like she searched some bullshit.
Right.
Some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? And they's like, all right, they have enough. Like, niggas would have read that shit. Sons, we would have read all that shit.
How to fake a busted lip and black eye.
Gliders are like, all right, this right here, this is where you draw the line. I mean,
Hey, thanks for your time. I'm gonna be out. I'll see you guys.
all right, man, take it easy.
All
I
right, man.
can't read this. This is God.
Yo, what they would have done in Haiti? They wouldn't even look for her.
Oh yeah, Haiti. Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly. Is it a sun country? Man, come on, man. Are you fucking kidding me? They could barely keep the fucking lights on in the sun country, let alone send out a search party for some fucking random ass shit. Unless she was like the president's fucking daughter, they wouldn't look for her.
At this time. We've asked to interview Carlee a second time, but have not been granted that request. As you can see,
Think about that. You've been abducted in this crazy fucking scheme, a baby involved and shit, the baby missing, da, 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 da. And we want to interview again. The only answer is sure. I mean, how can we help you? I mean, think about it. How many times we do stories where the fucking son teen or son man gets killed and his mother's down at the fucking police station harassing the detectives. You got any leads? Have you seen anything? I want to make sure you ain't forget about my son. I know there's a lot of murders in this town, but I want you to make sure you here's some evidence I found on my own. Da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? How many times we see that with the moms of these fucking people that got killed or missing or whatever?
Right.
These motherfuckers like, nah, man, he ain't talking to you. What? Come on, man.
I don't talk to the cops.
So we can hurry him get that Carlee Russell Lifetime movie.
Yeah, man. We're gonna get a lot about Carlee Russell, man. I think we're gonna get a court case, man.
Many questions left to be answered, but only Carlee can provide those answers. What we can say is that we've been unable to verify most of Carlee's initial statement made to investigators, and we have no reason to believe that there is a threat to the public safety related to this particular case. Thank you very much.
With that, we'll open the floor for some questions. Please raise your hand and I will call on you. Carol.
Chief, do you expect any charges against Carlee Russell in connection with the disappearance and in connection with what was taken from the Woodhouse spa?
Right now, our focus is to determine those 49 hours. So the investigation continues. So to be perfectly honest with you, that hasn't even entered our mind or been discussed.
One more question. Is it surprising to you that the family has not been cooperative in returning to be questioned?
Well, I think the family has stated to us that they didn't think that in her mental state right now, because of trauma of the incident, that she's not ready to talk, is what we've been told.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, question for Chief. You stated that the abductor had orange hair. Was this abductor black male? Was it female? Black female? White female?
I believe it's a white male. Am I correct by saying that?
Uh-oh. There you go. Black women never gonna let end up this, man.
Now you know damn well what he was doing when he asked that question. Do you believe he was a black male or a white male? Get out of here. Orange hair,
Well,
get this out of here. You do it.
These are actually pretty good questions. The first question was a motherfucker.
The first question, that was a damn good question. That was the best question.
Yeah, I mean,
that was the best question.
I think questions, I don't think there's anything wrong with asking questions, because more questions force the cops to keep, because now here's the thing, if the press, the media don't ask questions and they just fucking play the whole she's a black woman shit, take it easy on her thing, then I mean that doesn't help anybody. That this woman used a gazillion dollars in resources and shit in X amount of man hours. And listen, man, something, at least embarrassment, at least public embarrassment needs to be the penalty, even if she's not going to do a day in jail. I don't have a problem with the press asking questions, man. Tell us it's a white man so that we can go out here and fucking be looking for a white man and show you how fucking foul sisters are to fucking pin some shit on a white man that ain't do nothing. Because if a white woman did the same shit, if a white woman said a black man did something to her and it was a lie, I mean, we'd never hear the end of it. Never.
Damn.
Hey, remember the Walmart killer or whatever? and they got that white dude because they say he was driving a truck. It was
Which one,
someone.
Mark Kelly?
No,
I
he's
think the
talking
chick
about.
knew the dude somehow on Facebook and got that little girl killed or something like that.
Yeah, that was that was the one I
In El
think Shaq,
Paso?
yeah, Shaq was gonna pay for her funeral until they found out that all Black America was talking about it. It was a girl, I forgot her damn name. I did the videos on it. She it was in Houston area, and she was in the car with her mom, and her mom was driving, and some dudes came up and shot the car. But at the same time, on security footage, a red pickup truck was also leaving the mall parking lot. So they tracked down the red pickup truck. They blamed it on this white guy and shit. And come to find out, a few days later, they arrested three black dudes, and Black America was like, they framing them, man. They putting it on these black dudes when it was the white dude. All the white dude was guilty of was being on the road when some sun man drove by and shot up a car full of kids.
Kind of what they blame the stuntman of, like, that's what they claim. Oh, we just be around and they grab us.
Yeah, exactly.
Matter of fact, didn't he speed off because of the shooting? I think that's
Yeah,
what
he
happened.
heard the bullets. Yeah, anytime you're on the road and somebody's shooting behind you, you're gonna speed up. Yeah, so he just sped up, and and then there was a big case because allegedly they finally had it. A white man in a pickup truck shot up a car full of black kids and shit and killed the black girl. I forgot that girl's name. She had a very unique name.
Yeah,
Shaq was gonna
Talcum
pay
X was on the scene though. Remember Talcum X, the honorable Talcum X.
Yeah, he was the one that really broke the story, man. What was that girl's name? Shaq. The Shaq was gonna pay for the funeral. And it was all like everybody was like, it was like a big fucking deal, man. And and before you know it, once they found out, is that it? Shania Davis? Is that her name? No, her name was something different, man. Um, he's paid for so many people's funerals. God damn. Uh, damn. I think it was
Freedom.
He said freedom. What was it? Here it is. Here it is, right here. What was her? Jasmine Barnes. That was her name. Jasmine Barnes. That was her name. Yeah. This was that was that was it. I knew it was. She had a unique name.
You know what's crazy? I was trying to find it myself. I Googled shoot girl shot in Walmart parking lot. It's like 1,000 of them damn stories.
Oh yeah.
Who's shooting them though?
Yeah, Gene, investigators believe they have the right suspects in jail.
Obviously the
Eric
white man,
Black
we know
here
that.
at this one, now charged with capital. Yeah, Gene, investigators believe they have the right suspects in jail, with Eric Black here at this one, now charged with capital murder. But Robert Cantrell was practically convicted on social media. His family called us to say enough is enough.
That breaks my heart.
As a mother of 3 young children, Haley Cantrell was shaken by the murder of Jasmine Barnes.
To know that a baby was murdered for what? For nothing.
But never did she think her uncle would be dragged into it.
He's not a murderer, especially not to a child.
Despite the arrests of 2 men identified as suspects, Cantrell says as recent as today, there have been threatening comments on her Facebook page because of a link drawn between her uncle, Robert Cantrell, and the sketch the Harris County Sheriff's Office released last Thursday.
When I first seen it, I'm not gonna lie, like I teared up.
As a white man with blue eyes, the resemblance was uncanny. Friday, in a now deleted Twitter post, activist Sean King, with 1 million followers, spread it even farther, writing, quote, "We've had 20 people call or email us and say he is a racist, violent, expletive, and always has been. Just tell me everything you know. Haley says the threats like this one,
I heard someone is going to rape, torture, and murder the women and children in your family,
have been constant.
I just want everyone to back off.
Haley knows her uncle isn't a Boy Scout. In fact, he's in jail right now on a long list of felonies and got out of prison just before Hurricane Harvey. Sean King did not respond to repeated requests for comment. Haley, who fears for her uncle and her family's safety, wants this to spread too. He is innocent of this terrible crime.
The truth is out. It had nothing to do with us, nothing to do with my uncle at all.
That pussy
Man, that's
is
crazy.
That shit
That
did look
shit
like
is crazy.
that shit looked just like him though.
It did.
No, but he was on the road at that time. Like it's not like they just pulled his name out of a hat. He was there. Somebody got to. He was there at the time.
And first, we start with that breaking news. The jury has found Larry Woodruff guilty of capital murder for killing Jasmine Barnes.
The 7-year-old killed in a drive-by shooting back in 2018. Fox 26's Matthew Seedorf live outside the courthouse tonight after hearing from Jasmine's mother. Matthew.
Well, Jasmine's mother, very emotional tonight. She says that she's been waiting for this moment for more than 3 years.
You just standing your truth.
The family of Jasmine Barnes brought to tears.
It paid off.
A Harris County judge determining Larry Woodruff guilty for Jasmine's death, the 7-year-old killed in a drive-by shooting.
Just to know that this is over, and that steals the joy.
Jasmine's mother speaking with us moments after the verdict was reached. Woodruff sentenced to life in prison without parole.
And I have been on the other side of them walls, and I thank God that he's delivered me from that side. And another mother lost her child. She lost her baby, no matter if it was in the same way that I lost mine. She lost her baby, and that's not right.
No salute for her.
Yeah, she's talking about another woman lost her baby. Jesus.
And man, it took your kid's life. What's wrong? Yo, this is great. Like, yo, man. I'll be trying to get into the jail to kill this motherfucker. And these motherfuckers talking about they forgive them and like their mother lost a child. Like, no, that kid's alive still. That grown ass man's in jail still. He's alive. He ain't dead.
Look, that's because she was in that parking lot up to no good anyways.
I don't know what was going on, but yeah, these women are bonkers, man. Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. Shout out to Javier Leonard. He's on Oc Gold. He says she in Hoover. That's the white part of town. Yeah. Talking about Carlee.
I don't wish that on nobody, but everybody's deserve a peace of mind to this action.
In December of 2018, Jasmine was shot in the neck along the East Beltway feeder road. Prosecutors using DNA evidence to link the murder weapon to Larry Woodruff.
And my sisters as well, we're all a strong team. We don't do nothing without each other, and I'm just glad that this didn't break us apart.
Woodruff emotionless as the verdict was read, leaving the Harris County courtroom.
Yeah, that nigga ain't crying. He ain't turning to the family like I want to tell y'all. I wish it never happened.
Like, man, we go do my time, man. Get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, he in there like stoic and shit, like trying to act like he hard and shit. You know, that ain't the type of person you forgive. You forgive the person that. Now, here's the thing. This is how terrible black women are, though. This is how shitty people they are. If he turned and was like, please, I'm on my knees, please forgive me, they be like, nope. Like, nope. I ain't giving you motherfucker. Get your ass up. I ain't giving you. You know what you did.
Real shit.
Terrible, man.
Everybody's deserve a peace of mind to this action.
In December of 2018, Jasmine was shot in the neck along the East Beltway feeder road. Prosecutors using DNA evidence to link the murder weapon to Larry Woodruff.
And my sisters as well, we're all a strong team. We don't do nothing without each other, and I'm just glad that this didn't break us apart.
Woodruff emotionless as the verdict was read, leaving the Harris County courtroom without saying a word.
I can actually move on with not move on, forget, but move on with this chapter in my life. This was.
Wow. Damn.
See, this is the part I'm glad about. I'm glad I remember how this all started, how this all kicked up. They didn't mention that part about you. Oh, you said it was a white man that did this. You feel me?
Well, being black is well. It's not. I don't think she said it was a black person. She said she saw. I mean, she may have really thought it was at that point because the white van in a red pickup truck flew past her after it happened, and she gave the police the information. The thing about it being a white man took off because of Sean King and all the other activists doxing the guy and everything, and all that stuff. But when it turned, when they arrested the suspects, the black guys, then it was time to, all right, they got the guys in custody who did this. No, niggas didn't stop there. Niggas tripled down. That gave niggas more energy to think, oh no, they trying to let the white guy off and frame him. So that was the problem. It wasn't the problem that she saw some white guy in a red pickup truck speed past her car right after her car got shot up. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with her saying, yeah, here's who I saw. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she did anything wrong there. Shout out to Marvin Law, man. Salute to Marvin Law. Coming through with the Hyundai. He says, this embodies everything wrong with some people. From George Floyd to the Duke lacrosse case to Jesse Smollett. After this is said, some people going to take some people serious. I guess they're not going to take some people serious anymore. Joy Reid said America needs to put more light on black missing women, and this happens. And then also Joy Reid said she need to put more light on black missing women as if she don't have her own show on a major network. And guess what? Since Joy Reid said that, guess how many missing black women she's featured on her show? Zero.
I could have sworn she did it for like a week or so, and then there got to be too many niggas, and she just was like, "Fuck that."
Nah, she didn't do nothing. She want white people to do it.
Yeah, she's grandstand. She grandstand probably put like one or two people up there, like when something happened big, and that's it after that.
It's holding me back from a lot of move on, forget, but move on with this chapter in my life. This was holding me back from a lot of things that me and my family want to do for ourselves.
Again, Woodruff has been sentenced to life in prison without parole. We're live downtown tonight. Matthew Seedorf.
That son man got life in prison without parole. Yoy.
Damn. That's Texas for you, right?
Yeah, man. They smoked his boots. Yeah, man.
But if it was a glider,
oh yeah, he got probation.
They would have thrown him a parade.
Damn, he don't get a bill like the little dude from earlier in the story. $50,000 bill. Damn.
But this shows you how evil black people are, and how, like, not even when I say evil, let me change the word. This shows how chaotic Black America is, and how you should thank your lucky stars that you're in a country run by white people. Because look at this. Another person, and we know all these people would have been dragged, would have been stoned, tied to a tree, and set on fire already. Like that white guy, and he would already have been dead. As soon as they would have identified him as the person who did it, they would put a tire around his neck and they would have doused him with gasoline. Now, thief. Here goes another one. Same case, who was wrongfully convicted by Black Twitter.
It's the murder case that has gotten international attention. 7-year-old Jasmine Barnes shot while riding in her family's car. Tonight, more information about the two suspects charged in the case. There are allegations that one of the men, Larry Woodruff, pictured here, had gang ties, and questions have been raised about why he was on the streets in the first place. And Channel 2 Investigates has learned that Eric Black Jr., who was on probation for a gun charge in Louisiana, knew tonight a different Eric, who has no ties to Jasmine's case, says he is being mistaken for one of the suspects, all because of social media searching gone awry. That Eric spoke only with our Sophia Beausoleil, who joins us live now with the mix-up. Sophia?
Bill, the man accused of having involvement in the death of Jasmine Barnes is currently behind bars here at the Harris County Jail. But a different man who shares the same first name says that he continues to get threats and harassments from people who think he's the suspect.
They was speaking on my name on here.
Just weeks ago, no one knew who this man was. But over the weekend, that all changed thanks to social media.
I have a whole ID to say my name is Eric Corsi, not Black.
On Sunday, the Harris County Sheriff's Office announced 20-year-old Eric Black Jr. was charged with capital murder in the death of 7-year-old Jasmine Barnes. Many were shocked that he did not match the original description of a white male. And because of the difference, rumors started to spread.
It's just crazy. Older women, like crazy.
People online looked at the Facebook profile of Jasmine Barnes' mother, who happens to be Facebook friends with a man named Fan Eric. But people automatically assumed that person was the suspect.
I'm friends with her, but I don't know her at all.
Fan Eric is actually 34-year-old Eric Corsi. He doesn't remember when they became Facebook friends, but says he and the mother have mutual friends online. But because he and the suspect share the same first name, people thought he was Eric Black Jr.
But it's my picture on there, making me look like I'm attached to anything going on. And at the end of the day, it's an innocent child died. And it's just a bunch of nonsense going on that I just wanted to clear out.
Corsi posted a video on Facebook to explain himself and is urging people not to believe everything they see online.
You should just keep their mouth closed, because that's what, police is for, like, to do their own job, and they get paid to do it.
Corsi says he has a 7-year-old daughter and says that he is praying for Jasmine Barnes' family. We also asked him if he reached out to Mrs. Washington, which is Jasmine's mother. He said he waved to her on Facebook, which is in the messaging system, if you're familiar with that. He said he did not get a response back, and he did not defriend her because he didn't want to add any fuel to the rumors. You can read more about this story on ClickTHouston.com.
So that guy, if this was an African country, this guy would have been dead.
Yeah.
They would have killed him
And they would
already.
have figured out all that shit later on after he's dead and shit.
Yo, maybe keeping this in mind, right? Maybe it's for the best that Blackistan don't give a fuck when a shorty gets killed.
Yeah. Because they it's so much chaos. Like it's just so much chaos, man. Like we're just so chaotic, man, and we're all over the place, and we can't run a country, so we damn sure can't run a judicial system. Just thank God, man. Thank God that we got gliders here to do the nuts and bolts, the brass tack stuff, man, and keep that stuff going, man. Thank you, gliders, man. If sons won't thank you, I'll thank you, man.
Thanks, gliders.
Yeah. Oh, we got let's do this. The Bucks County boys, man.
Glider History Month.
Yeah. In honor of Glider History Month.
Right. Thanks for paying the taxes.
Yeah.
I go get the backup, dig the hole, say a prayer, turn in the hole.
I don't know why I did.
He's a psychopath. Save yourself, because he'll bury you, just like he did to those 4 boys.
Cosmo is a natural born killer. He's just a bad seed.
It's crystal clear in my mind. And even as I think about it now, I get the chills. I remember it clear as day, just thinking we have a huge problem. Something terrible has happened.
He would erupt into these outbursts. He had all the money in the world, born with a silver spoon. acres of ground, the prime real estate. His father had a successful business.
He knew he would become notorious for it. And once he did that, I think he became the equivalent of a man-eater.
He was kept talking about selling weed and drug deals and gun, like this mobster type of guy. And this is my cousin pulled the gun out. You know, I aimed it in the air, closed my eyes, and fired a shot.
No, he was dead. Okay. But I just finished, you know, I just shot him.
Big story on Action News tonight is attracting enormous attention in the tri-state area and across the country. Authorities in Bucks County say they will not rest until they find the 4 men.
This area is rural, farmland, big open fields.
Jeff Terrico is a former 6 ABC reporter. On Sunday, July 9th, Jeff gets a call from a source.
And he said, all right, because you know those missing kids from Bucks County? I said, yeah. He said, well, I think there's something about that going on right now. Right up here, here's the old house. Right in front of the garage was one police vehicle just parked there. And that's where I knew that, okay, this was where.
Jesus Christ, glider crime is so boring.
I was about to say this shit is boring as shit. Like when the good stuff coming on?
Like fuck, he killed 4 people. When are you gonna like they doing all this boom shit and it's still boring as hell, man. Fuck, man. Jesus Christ, y'all are just boring, man.
Yeah, I can't take 15 minutes of that shit.
That shit was wild. They didn't even get to the good stuff. That shit was just getting fucking tiring.
Yeah.
The most exciting thing was the goddamn picture.
Wow, man. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what D.L. Hughley got to say about this.
For High Plus News, I'm John Opp. On Wednesday, the Hoover, Alabama police
Did
will hold a press
he speak
conference
on it?
regarding the alleged
Oh
kidnapping.
no, he didn't. Let's see what the sisters online are talking about this Carlee thing, man. The sisters, I know they're very upset because this is their issue, man. This is y'all issue, sisters. Sisters, y'all tell us what y'all think, man. We're all ears, sisters, man. Let me see.
Hey, I think every time they have something major that they break, I think they need to wear a blazer like that dude just to let us know that this shit was fake.
Yeah, man, that was a nice little thing he did. Let's see this.
This is Carlee Russell.
Carlee, bitch, you was lying this whole motherfucking time.
This is Carlee Russell.
Carlee, bitch, you was lying this whole motherfucking time. You got me on here acting like I'm Oprah Winfrey hoe.
Yeah, the motherfucking you talking about the
fire alarm.
The fire alarm. Yeah. God, that shit is uncanny, man. I'm telling you, that's DNA. I already gave y'all my. One day I'll give it again, but y'all already heard my theory.
No, I got it.
You got me on here.
Yeah.
Acting like I'm Oprah Winfrey hoe.
This is Carlee Russell.
Carlee, bitch, you was lying this whole motherfucking time. You got me on here acting like I'm Oprah Winfrey hoe. Bitch, I done peeled off every single one of my lashes hoe because I'm so stressed out about you, bitch. I'm talking about I keep watching the highway footage. I just swear up and down a midget got you in a headlock, bitch. But that's really you going in your back seat to get the snacks from Target, bitch. Bitch, I done called my grandma about you, ho. I done told my grandma to create a prayer circle for you. I really was worried. Then you done stole from your fucking job. You done put the money in your sock. Bitch, you done rolled up to your mama's house butt ass naked, but you got some money in your sock. Some of the kidnappers gave it to me. So the kidnappers gave you a parting gift. This why they don't believe us when we be missing, bitch. It's really people out here that need fucking help and you wasting our time because you trying to make a nigga mad. You finna piss me the fuck off, Carlee. I really made a video about this shit. I don't be speaking on nothing, but I spoke on your lying ass. And you had to be from Birmingham, too.
Smash, man.
Super smash. But she was trying to go viral anyway. She didn't care about that broad because she would have mentioned these other broads a long time ago.
Oh man, Oh,
that's a smash right there.
Yeah, let's see what these sisters are. These sisters, it's got to be rough on them, man. They thought they had one, man, and it's just okay. So they putting pictures of these. Let's stop giving Carlee Russell attention, and instead, let's give these thousands of black women. I mean that's still like doesn't work. You gotta like give one. You could have just picked one.
That's not even a sliver of percentage of the bros that's missing.
Yeah, but people can't focus on 1,000 things. You got to give them one case to focus on. You know, should have picked just one of the girls that was really missing and focus on that case. People can't comprehend 1,000 fucking people missing.
I wish TMZ would catch up with Jesse and ask him what he think about it. I wish they would.
Oh shit, man. Oh god. Damn, these black women ain't really Jesus. God, these black women ain't really talking too much about it, man. Let me go to TikTok, man. Maybe TikTok. Maybe they're talking about it on TikTok.
Oh, this one's funny. This dude had me dying.
Which one? This guy?
Yes, it's a toddler out here on the freeway. Is there any way you can send anybody? Because I'm scared for her. Please, somebody come help. Hey, yeah, I called him. Can you see my hazard lights? Yeah, I'm right here. Uh-huh. Look, I don't know how long it's gonna take for them to get here, so don't be asking all these damn questions. Just make sure you right there when I get there, goddamn. Because I'm right here on I-459. It ain't gonna take them that long to get here. So just make sure you right there. Yeah, I'm putting a wig on my seat right now. Just hold on. I gotta make sure like something happen. Shit. I'm saying, you know it ain't gonna take them long to get there. They right around the damn going trace and shit. Hold on, can't forget my damn phone. Hold on. Did you get my snacks and shit? Yes, I got your damn snacks. Now chill out. Shit. Here I come.
Hey,
What?
have you checked the internet lately?
No, what's wrong?
Check your Facebook page.
They got a camera up there?
Apparently they fucking do.
Shit, I got to go home.
Hold on, let me get a quickie before you leave.
I got to go home.
Nigga said get a quick before you leave.
Yes, it's a toddler out here on the freeway.
That's pretty much
Here on the freeway.
That's pretty much accurate of how it went down, man. I would that was the closest one, man. It's damn, man, you sisters, man. Let's see what they talking about on Rumble, man. I mean on
So you mean to tell me that this girl done lied all behind some relationship stuff? She didn't Googled the video Taken, the movie Taken. She didn't Google bus tickets. She didn't Google how to steal out of a register without getting caught. She didn't Google, do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? And you done had the whole state of Alabama and almost the world looking for you? Girl, you in trouble. You in
An urgent search tonight for Carlee Russell, the 25-year-old vanishing last night along Interstate 459 in Hoover. The search is starting immediately last night and continues.
Police in Alabama searching for a 25-year-old woman who vanished after
Carlee's mother and father, Talitha and Carlos Russell, join us now. Talitha, thank you for joining me, and Carlos, thank you as well.
Right now, a $25,000 reward is being offered. And as
So this her ex-man right here. Right here, this him. This him right here. Hold on, I'm finna show you a better picture of him so you can see why the bitch is really in his inbox. This him right here, y'all. He an educated black man. An educated black man. And here go another picture of him. And by the way that he had Carlee acting, not only is he educated, I'm going to assume that he's packing. Because that's the, I ain't going to say that's the only logical reason, because ain't no logic behind what the fuck she had going on. But that's the only reason I can really see her acting like this.
You see, you notice how like it ain't like love. It ain't that he's a good person. It ain't that, you know, he's a loving guy. It ain't that he's a. The only reason is he got a big dick.
Real shit.
That's the only reason, and they always talk about that too. Like 100 times out of 100, they attribute it. They never say, "Man, oh, he was just a smooth guy. He was a loving. He was caring. He was so understanding. Oh man, he was such a warm, kind-hearted person." It's always if she acting like this, he got a big dick. They're very base. You know what I'm saying? Sisters are very base.
I was really hoping that she wouldn't say that. I thought she was gonna say, "Man, judging by this picture, you know what I'm saying, he got to be paid or something like that at least."
Nah, they always say that, man. It's always got to do with the D, man. Always with them, man.
And here's another great picture of him. This the one. His name right there, T. Simmons. I don't know how to pronounce his first name. Y'all know I don't like pronouncing people's name wrong. But this is him. This the one that had Carlee going crazy.
That shit clearly say Sims, and she just said Simmons. It clearly Sims, S-I-M-S. Jesus Christ.
And then she say she don't like to mispronounce people's names.
Yes.
And if you have somebody staging a kidnapping like that, sir, you're a danger to society. I actually don't want anyone talking to you ever again on that level because you're dangerous. You have bitches.
I bet you she in his inbox. I bet you.
These are still shots of when Carlee pulled over. I can clearly see a toddler walking. I've circled those for you. In addition, here at the end, it looks to me like there's a car backing up out of the woods. Do you guys see that too?
Analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the.
Hi, I am on Interstate 459 and
I'm so mature, I got me a therapist to tell me there's other men I don't want that, I just want you.
Oh, to all the investigators on TikTok.
When a white woman and children are found safe with a happy ending, y'all never say that their story isn't adding up. They lie. They want attention. But Carlee Russell getting backlash for being found alive, we need a case study. Y'all are so selective, and it's our own people. Yeah, if I'm Carlee Russell's family, the moment her well-being is assessed, I'm immediately calling a lawyer and sending cease and desist to all these broke YouTubers and TikTokers claiming this is a hoax. Have you no shame? What type of mediocre influencer uses somebody's tragedy of being found alive to manufacture a whole bunch of horrible content about conspiracy theories? Carlee's boyfriend said she was fighting for her life for the past 48 hours and is not mentally or physically able to talk about what happened to her. Imagine surviving a traumatic experience and people on social media are making allegations and wanting to force her to talk about what happened, and I'm sure she's still processing it. Mofos saying Carlee Russell was a hoax are about to piss me off. Y'all wanted her to be found unalive because you want to hear her story on your favorite true crime podcasts. You bees are sick. This is real life. So Carlee is home safe. Yeah, because
it's not looking good for Carlee.
No, because I knew this Carlee Russell case sounded familiar to something else. I'm sitting here racking my brain like, what the hell? Sherry Papanini. This case literally sounds like exactly what happened to Sherry Papanini. She was a young mother who literally faked her own kidnapping and abduction and basically reappeared on an interstate saying that two Mexican women kidnapped her, beat her, tortured her, tied her up, and cut her hair. It wasn't until years later that they figured out that she was lying. I mean, they literally spent over $130,000 on trying to investigate this disappearance / kidnapping, to the point where they said that they were literally arresting any group of Mexican American women trying to fit the description of what this woman gave them. It later came out after doing a DNA test that her DNA that was found at the crime scene matched her ex, and they found out that she was lying and actually was with her ex the entire time. So her disappearing while she was jogging and then popping up on an interstate.
Damn. Let's do a couple cities before we get out of here, man. Let me give me a city, guys. Salute to everybody watching on Rumble. Salute to everybody watching on Op Nation Gold. Salute to everybody watching on Op Nation TV.
I just googled that Sherry Papney. She's a nice looking white woman.
Yeah.
She was kidnapped worthy.
Yeah, I mean, anybody can get kidnapped.
The Bay Area, he told us he feared for his life. Look at this video. An 80-year-old man robbed at gunpoint as he sold ice cream on the street. This video has gone.
These some words are robbing the
I
ice
seen
cream.
this shit yesterday. This shit's sad.
I mean, it's just
viral, and it's disheartening to watch. It happened only on NBC Bay Area. He told us he feared for his life. Look at this video. An 80-year-old man robbed at gunpoint as he sold ice cream on the street. This video has gone viral, and it's disheartening to watch. It happened today in the heart of Oakland's Fruitvale neighborhood. The victim spoke exclusively to Andres Brender from our sister station, Telemundo 48.
That's right. He's shaken and extremely sad. He thought he was going to get shot. Now he has to find the courage to go out again. He tells me because if not, he won't have money to put food on the table or help his family in Peru. Don Juan is 80 years old and tells me nowadays he walks slowly the streets of Oakland selling his ice cream. He's loved here by the community in Fruitvale. But today, around noon, he thought he would die. This video captured by Citizen app shows how two guys robbed him, he said. It happened on the block of 3900 on East 18th Street. He tells me both guys got out of the car with big guns. They told him not to move, and then they pulled the gun out, he says. At his age, he'd love to have a more relaxed life. But he has a son in Peru that he says lives with autism. The thieves, he tells me, stole $120. I asked him if that's a lot of money, and he says it is, that he doesn't have savings, that he hasn't eaten today, that it is a lot. When will he go out and sell ice cream again? Well, that's a big question. He doesn't know. But he does know that his family needs him, and he needs to work to make money. OBD is investigating the incident. Community members here have created a GoFundMe account that now has more than $6,000. Andres Brender.
$6,000. That ain't shit, man. I wish his GoFundMe had more, man. man. God damn, you savages. Fucking savages. Man.
I saw a story over here in LA. Some little old lady, one of her own little kind just came and beat the brakes off of her ass.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that one.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I saw that. Let's see. New Orleans, man. New Orleans, man.
Parish man knows he's fortunate after Monday's shootout at a Harvey apartment complex. Bullets flew through his apartment as deputies shot and killed the man they say was responsible for a double homicide at FMT Shipyard. Now, the chaos was breaking news all evening yesterday here on Channel 4. Mike McDaniel was there for it all. And Mike, you've got a new perspective to share on all this.
Yeah, that man's apartment just happened to be the backdrop of this shootout. Robinson LaFonta moved in about 2 years ago and is now considering moving out.
This is a bullet hole right here.
Robinson LaFonta had a hard time believing what happened at his Harvey apartment complex Monday afternoon.
From the outside to here, I guess the bullet flew back there by the lamp right there.
Just outside his front door is where Jefferson Parish deputies had a shootout with 31-year-old Willis Thomas Jr. Sheriff Joe Lapinto says he's the man who gunned down 2 co-workers at FMT Shipyard Monday.
Was targeting the... Wow, somebody went to their job and it was a workplace double homicide in America on Monday. I didn't hear about that. Did any of you guys? First one of you heard about the double homicide in the workplace on Monday, man? Son, we be doing so much shit that it's like they can't even keep up with us, man.
It's where Jefferson Parish deputies had a shootout with 31-year-old Willis Thomas Jr. Sheriff Joe Lapinto says he's the man who gunned down 2 co-workers at FMT Shipyard Monday.
He was targeting the people that were on his crew. I mean, there were certainly other employees that were here at the location, but he targeted the people that were on his crew.
Lapinto says Thomas, who was recently fired from the shipyard, was tracked down about 3 miles away at St. Germain Apartments where he lived and then tried to escape.
He actually picked up his firearm and started firing shots at our officers. I have numerous officers that returned fire at that point in time.
Thomas was killed in the shootout as bullets flew into LaFonta's apartment. He's thankful he picked up a shift at work Monday and wasn't home.
I spent 3 hours outside before I can walk into my apartment.
He walked in and saw his patio glass door shattered.
They got glass everywhere.
Bullet holes through his walls and curtains, and his front door broken because officers busted in.
Anybody can just push the door, it's completely open.
LaFonta says he hasn't been able to sleep and feels like the apartment complex and sheriff's office have just left him to fend for himself.
Still yet, nobody they never come here or call me to see, Robinson, what you doing? Did you find somewhere to go? Or you stay in the apartment?
He's still left wondering what to do. But
that's cold, man. They just leave your shit like that.
Yeah, that's fucked up. They got to accommodate them. I mean, they got to do something in the hotel or something.
Well, apparently not.
Right. But this is also like the cost of living in Blackistan. Part of your tax, you know? Like, shit, man. Like, we don't. All right, we gone. Like, we got him. We got the guy. All right, cool. Let's pack up and get out of here. And this is what's left in the wake.
Yeah, we caused a lot of bullshit.
Shit, man.
Because officers busted in.
Anybody can just push the door, it's completely open.
LaFonta says he hasn't been able to sleep and feels like the apartment complex and sheriff's office have just left him to fend for himself.
Still yet, nobody they never come here or call me to see, Robinson, what you doing? Did you find somewhere to go? Or you stay in the apartment?
He's still left wondering what to do because much like the glass on his patio door, his sense of peace is shattered.
Every time I look at those bullet holes in here, to be honest with you guys, I just feel like pack all my thing and leave. I really don't feel safe.
The 2 men who were killed at the shipyard are 48-year-old Nakia Brown and 20-year-old Dustin Perry Jr., both of Harvey. They were both contract workers at the shipyard. Now, according to the coroner's office, they were shot anywhere from 5 to 10 times each. I did speak with family members of Brown today. They told me he loved his job and leaves behind 3 kids.
Wow.
So he unloaded a clip for each dude, basically, damn near.
Yeah, man. You mad at them, man.
Or it was one clip for both of them, half the clip for each one.
Yeah. I don't know what they did, man.
They said they fired him. They said they fired him, so he's trying to take out his whole team.
Yeah.
Maybe she thinks they snitched on him and got him fired, man. You know, like, man, you told them, man, and they got fired.
Yeah, jobs like that, them dudes is crazy. We had one over here in the rail yard over in California. I can't remember where, but dude, he shot some people up just like that.
Yeah. It happens all this Black America, man. We be doing a lot, man.
A popular restaurant in Treme had its catering van taken from its driveway this week, and now the owner is demanding answers. Our Whitney Miller obtained the surveillance video and gives us a closer look.
If you've ever been to Little Dizzy's Cafe, you know they serve up a taste of New Orleans.
I love being in Treme. I take a lot of pride of owning a restaurant in this neighborhood.
But Wednesday night, owner Arkisha Baquet says things took a turn for the worse when the van they used to cater was stolen.
I wonder why. Why did you need this 2009 used van?
A van Arkisha says isn't the most stylish, but it's reliable and vital, not only to the restaurant's day-to-day operations, but to help them get to festivals and events.
How am I going to get my equipment around there? How am I going to get my food around there? And inside of the van was my brand new tent, custom made tent that's used at the festival.
The owners of Little Dizzy's Cafe say this theft happened in the early morning hours of Wednesday, and they know that because it was all caught on surveillance camera.
The first person had on white or light color clothes.
Uh-oh, this might be a glider, man. What do y'all think? Or is that the negative? Is that because it's the negative?
Where was it again?
Treme, New Orleans.
Oh, he Creole. He's still a nigga.
Think so?
And then once they got the
could it be the blonde tip dress they be wearing?
Van and pushed it out of the driveway, another guy came with dark color clothes and got on the bike and rode it back across Esplanade.
Arkisha posted the video online and is hoping the community she serves will help get their van back.
You know, I've had a customer call me from Texas and say he wanted to donate some money to me, and that meant the world to me. You know, he said, Ms. Arkisha, I don't have a lot, but I just want to make sure I can donate something to you and your family.
In New Orleans, Whitney Miller, Eyewitness News.
Man, that shrimp dinner sure look good, boy. I can't wait till my EBT hit.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of fried food right there. Yeah, man. Don't get me wrong, man. When I was in New Orleans, I mean, don't get me wrong, po' boys and shit like that, they pretty decent and whatnot. But I'm more like the jambalaya, man. Jambalaya is like my favorite thing from New Orleans, man. Wow.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Devin Bartolotta. Charisse is off tonight. After losing her job and home, a single mother is trying to find stable shelter and food for her family. But New Orleans East is a desert for the kind of resources she needs. And now Councilman Oliver Thomas is calling for more services in his district. Eleanor Tabone has
a services desert. God damn. Free stuff desert. They went from food deserts to free stuff deserts. Yeah. Damn. Shit.
And now Councilman Oliver Thomas is calling for more services in his district. Eleanor Tabone has the story.
I was in a car accident.
Imagine losing everything you own.
My car was totaled, and that messed with my transportation as far as me getting back and forth to work. And my job, they was not willing to work around it.
No longer having a roof over your head, wondering how you're going to feed your family.
It's hard, and then with no help, it makes it even worse.
This is my thing, and I do believe in the human spirit and goodwill and giving and all that stuff is great, man. You got my vote, but the expectation is the part that I just is weird. What do you guys think about that? Like, she
No, I feel you.
expects, like, it's not like it'd be great if you helped,
But it's
she
like,
expects you to help.
and no bullshit. Like sound like a lot of excuses though. I ain't trying to bash her, but it sound like excuses to me and shit. Cause like she said, she told her car. I told her my car too. Shit, I told her my car like 2 months ago. And shit, I told her my car. Got a new job. Like nothing stopped me from like going on in life and doing shit. I got a son. I got to take care of my kid and shit. It's like people. That sound like excuses to me, man.
Right.
Sorry, man. That sound like excuses.
Yeah, it's just bizarre, man. It's almost as if like still the life she's lived up until this point, she's probably received so much help, like probably from being a kid. Her mother was probably on welfare. Her mother probably with TANF, all the bullshit, you know, all the goddamn free clothes drives and the free food bank and all this shit. And she grows up in that, and then she has her family projects, living rental assistant, living in whatever, you know what I'm saying, housing and free housing and blah blah blah. So she's probably lived that life where everything has been given to her whole life, and still it hasn't done anything because she's still falling on hard times. But when hard times happen, her first thing is, well, I mean, where's the help? I mean, people supposed to help me, right? Well, y'all help. Where's the help at? And it's like
real shit. I can't find the help. Where the help?
Yeah. Like it's not like, well, I gotta do this, I gotta get this, I gotta get my shit together, I gotta do this, I gotta pull myself up by my bootstraps. It's almost like, and then she's got the audacity to be like, well, I can't find help. Let me go to the news. Hey, news, can y'all believe this? Ain't nobody helping me. The news is like, oh, word, ain't nobody helping you. This is a big story. And it's like, and then they're in a production meeting, they be like, okay, we got fucking murders and fucking goddamn robberies and all this stuff, and we got this story about this woman who didn't get any help. What? And she's a single mother. Oh my god!
And she's black. Let's go.
Yeah, black. And this story is like the fucking biggest story. This is a 3-minute story. Usually they 2 minutes. This is a feature. I mean, because it's like a black woman fell on hard times and nobody helped her.
That's what my transportation.
Yeah.
And like you said, she got all that free shit. So it's like when that shit stops, it's like you still looking because it's like you got only free shit. It's like, what
shocking.
The fuck happened? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's shock. It shocks everybody's sensibilities. Like everyone's shocked. Like everyone's like, wait a second, no one's helping her.
I'm Devin Bartolotta. Charisse is off tonight. After losing her job and home, a single mother is trying to find stable shelter and food for her family. But New Orleans East is a desert for the kind of resources she needs. And now Councilman Oliver Thomas is calling for more services in his district. Eleanor Tabone has the story.
I was in a car accident.
Imagine losing everything you own.
My car was totaled, and that messed with my transportation as far as me getting back and forth to work. And my job, they was not willing to work around it.
No longer having a roof over your head, wondering how you're going to feed your family.
It's hard, and then with no help, it makes it even worse.
It happened to Therese Bijou after she lost her job. Now she and her 4 children and their dog, Junior, are living in this 1-bedroom hotel room.
I don't even have the words to describe it.
You don't notice that shit? Some people that's doing, like, they're not like living the best life. They always got a dog. Like, you can't even take care of yourself, but you got a fucking dog.
That dog gotta eat. Yeah, that dog has to be taken care of. They don't never like cut like the they don't never trim the excess of their life.
Real shit.
They don't never do things like they don't never do any. They don't never sacrifice. That's the word. They don't never sacrifice.
Real shit.
It's like, damn, shit. Who's paying? Who's paying for this fucking hotel?
Even worse.
It happened
We
to
are.
Therese Bijou after she lost her job. Now she and her 4 children and their dog, Junior, are living in this 1-bedroom hotel room.
I don't even have the words to describe it, but it's real hard, and there's not many resources that we can call on.
Because there are virtually no family service offices in New Orleans East, every day she travels deeper into the city to find the closest food bank and housing help.
Hold on, man. Like, it's in the same fucking city, right? So, like, she just got to go to the other side of town to go to, like, they're acting like
they gotta make it dramatic though. They gotta make it dramatic.
like she's in the fucking Congo and she got to walk like down a dirt road for like 8 miles to get to the fucking goddamn refugee camp and shit, and wait in line, you know what I'm saying, for 3 hours to get fucking, you know what I'm saying, a fucking cup of rice and shit.
Before it all runs out, if she's
Right.
lucky.
Right. This is a woman in the greatest country in the world, in a great city, like, I mean, in one of the flagship cities. All she gotta do is just go on the other side of town and go to the food bank, get a bunch of free food. They give her all this shit. If she said, I want everything right here, they would give it to her.
Real shit.
Without her even asking though.
I want 50 cans of soup.
She ain't got to say nothing. She just pull up. They give her a box. They be like, "Oh, look, baby, huh? Take this extra right here."
Yeah. Like, this is not the goddamn. This is not the fucking sob story they trying to make it out to be, man.
Hold on.
Because there are virtually no family service offices in New Orleans East, every day she
They trying to show how far she got to go. Well, fuck,
Nah, I peeped
man.
that. I peeped that to try to show the highway.
Get on the fucking bus, man. The buses. Listen, man. Listen, not for nothing, man. I used to catch the X2, the 90, the 70. I was a bus ride motherfucker when in my days. The train, because
When I was young too.
yeah, we got the metro, man. I was on the fucking metro like a motherfucker throughout the years, man. I can't even tell you how many times I've been. It was periods where I just took the metro and the bus every single day for years, man. Like, what the fuck, man? You got this stuff in these cities, man. In these major cities, you got all this free public transportation, man. People act like you don't need a fucking car.
Excuses, man. I be seeing them people at Walmart, them Down syndrome people working at Walmart at the door and shit.
Yeah,
them motherfuckers got a job. They be getting to work. It's like, if them motherfuckers could do it, why the fuck you can't do it, man? Fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah, man.
Every day, she travels deeper into the city to find the closest food bank and housing help.
With a 3-year-old, you know, she's always complaining it's hot and going from one place to another, just hours on the bus waiting to go to one spot, and then you get here, then I'm sorry, we can't help you, then it's hours to another stop. And
Linda Lewis with Louis Armstrong Family Services is paying for Teresa's shelter. She says Teresa's story is a familiar one.
More people now than ever that's been calling for immediate services.
But for families in the East, access to those resources involves miles of travel.
Which city would not have critical services to service its population? Well, this city does.
Councilman Oliver Thomas is asking why.
Wouldn't it be a whole lot better if the population, if the most needy population, could walk up the street to be serviced, or to go?
It'd be better if you motherfuckers get jobs and shit.
Yeah, and listen, man, he's right. It would be better, but like it ain't that bad as the way they got it down, man. Like come on, man. It would be better if fucking drone could bring the fucking food to them and drop it in their fucking living room. But I mean, it's just not the way it is, man. You're down 900 police officers in this town. You got fucking potholes the size of goddamn fucking swimming pools in your fucking street. The fucking place is a goddamn mess. If this chick can't fucking catch a couple of buses across town and get some free shit, what the fuck is going on, man?
Go to a government agency or government building.
He says access to help could solve a multitude of problems across the city.
A lot of what we see with crime, a lot of what we see with poverty, a lot of what we see with displacement is because major organizations that receive millions and billions of dollars over decades are not where their service population is. Period.
That's why crime happens. Oh my God.
As for Therese, she's waiting to hear back from a prospective employer so she and her family can find their own place to call home.
My mom told me, you know, she always told me I'm a strong woman and to keep fighting and pushing forward. And I don't like my kids to see me hurt.
Eleanor Tabone, Eyewitness News.
And you having all them goddamn kids. Where the father's at? Where the father at? Like, what the, like, it's just so much shit going on in this video. Like, it's like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, man. It's mind-boggling, man. It literally is. It's like, wow. Like,
and she tried to make it seem like the little kid, the youngest kid was a burden because she was like,
it's hot.
The bus stop, and then I got the kid, it's hot, and the kids felt like, nigga, you had the kid. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, like, stop having sex or something. What the fuck?
And you don't even have to stop having sex, though. You can fuck the whole day away and still not have a kid if you do it right.
Nah, real shit. But these motherfuckers right here, this be dropping them motherfuckers, though.
You go to any clinic, get some condoms for free.
Or pull
Don't even
out.
get condoms.
Pull out. Or, like, it's only really 3 days out of the month that a chick can get pregnant. Trust me and my wife, the last couple of years, we've been trying and whatnot purposely, and I know all about ovulation and shit. It's only like 3-4 days out the month a chick can get pregnant. Like,
You going for another one?
Let's no, my wife's pregnant now, but it's not. It's let's stop acting like we don't fucking know about biology. There's only 3 or 4 days out the month you can get pregnant because of the ovulation cycle.
Yeah.
Huh?
Nah, it's because of ovulation.
Yeah, man. They try to make it seem like they're trying to fucking blow smoke up our asses, man. These chicks got babies because they fucking just don't give a fuck. They're irresponsible. They don't care. If you're a chick and you don't want to get pregnant, man, you don't have to get pregnant. These chicks be wanting to keep a nigga babies or some shit like that. And on that note, man, I'm out of here, man. Peace.
All right, man. Peace out, man.